This week on the ADLR Podcast, we learn the art of self-defense, our issues with Modern Warfare multiplayer, and Kanye West finds Jesus again. All of that and more on this episode of the ADLR Podcast.
You want to try that again?
No.
Jamie says you look like a goddamn 70s porn star. It's the mustache.
And we're here at the ADLR Podcast, episode 68. Someone already mentioned that I look like a porn star. This is Freddie Mercury in the flesh. I met Anthony over the weekend, and he said if I can be on his podcast, and here I am on his podcast. So it's a weird little thing to do here with you lot. All right, joined here by Randall in the back. We can't get off his phone.
I found a new app that's really cool.
That's cool, Randall. You know what else you need to find? Manners when you're on podcasts. That's what you need to do.
Right?
Freddie.
This bitch.
And Kelsey, how you doing? You're back from a honeymoon.
I am back from the honeymoon.
Oh, the honeymoon? The one that everyone should be striving for? Your century? Okay. You've been alive for a century? Okay. Oh, and Brian will be with us in a minute. He says he has, quote, intense diarrhea, end quote. So he'll be back, maybe. So right now we're going to have Powerpuff version of you and you on the same screen. Is that okay?
Nice.
Okay.
I don't have one of those set up, so I just have a two-person cam currently running.
Oh, I don't have that. I need to make graphics for that. Look at this idiot joining.
Is he
in.
joining?
Yeah, that mother effer. There he is.
Oh shit!
Brian, that mic is blocking all of your face.
I mean, I'm leaning forward. Still, I literally just sat down.
Holy crap, this is loud. What? Why is he so loud?
It's pedophile away from me.
Is Brian even there?
No, I think it's just a mic. I think he recorded something and placed it on the chair.
Are you gonna tell Randall to show up?
I can't with these shades on. I can't see anything. So looking at the monitor over to the right, I can't see a thing or a person. I already did the intro, Brian. This is Brian. If you had never seen him before, he's a microphone.
Only on Tuesdays.
Only on Tuesdays he's a microphone because he speaks to the younger generation.
I don't feel like
Oh my
streaming.
god, what was that? You just throw your mic?
No, it just fell.
Randall's gonna destroy your mic, Brian.
Randall, I'm gonna need you to get your shit together because that's expensive.
Sort it out, Randall. Why is it in the other end of the table? He has no answers. He's like, I don't know. I'm looking at my app real quick to see if it has an answer
just
for
all
that.
shoulders. Just
He don't. I don't know.
Today's shrug today at the gym. He's just
It should be
working out them shoulders.
Yeah, and it wasn't sore enough when he got out, so it's doing it now. The heck are we doing here? Patreon.com/ADLR Plays if you want to support this garbage. Or I can guess I'll do the extra life afterwards. You can request topics at ADLR Plays. I'm sorry, topics at ADLRplays.com to submit a topic for us to discuss in future episodes. And I guess I can delete that donation drive, Brian.
Yeah.
Because
But
you
what about
got
that
your
hitbox?
hitbox. Yay!
Fake any more enthusiasm.
It's trash, Brian. I guess update for the extra life. extralife.adlrplays.com. I've added a bigger goal to $1,000. I added incentives and milestones. At the 250 milestone, I'll do a drunk stream. At 500, me and Brian will get makeup put on us while we game for the rest of the 24 hours. At 750, I'll do a future 24-hour stream. That has nothing to do with extra life. And then at 1,000, I'll shave my head.
I think you should do it anyway.
No, if you donate that 1,000, if you do it, especially if you do it as soon as extra life starts, I'll do it right on stream. So 1,000's the one to hit, people. You want to see a bald Freddie Mercury? Hit it. You know.
So I think at $100 we should shave Randall's head.
He has to agree to that. I'm not gonna just run at him with blades. You know.
He told me at $20 he'd ride his first dick.
All right. Oh my gosh! So again,
I think at $100 Randall should do his first stream.
oh snap! That'll be
I think
incentive.
at $100, we actually do the first to 10 on stream.
Oh, that's also.
Actually, if I donate $100, Randall and I will kiss on stream.
But that one is just you trying to kiss him.
From their current locations.
Just trying to see if he's ever gonna acknowledge anything, or if he's just gonna sit there and stare at his phone.
You know, he has a horrible podcast etiquette. He's on his phone for whatever
Just
reason,
knocks over my expensive mic.
and then just stays on the phone, dude. Why are you here, Randall? If you're gonna look at your phone, drop the phone.
Game is
I love the
Drop.
smile.
Don't
he's got
show
on his
me.
phone.
Drop the phone. You're on a podcast, dude. What are you doing? Imagine this guy on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's asking him a question. He's like, "Yo, this game is addicting, fam. Put that away. You have things to do now. All right."
Well, isn't the podcast about talking about games?
Before 7 p.m., yes, or 8 p.m. You should have done that before, and then you talk about it
I'm
here.
talking about this game.
Okay, let's hear about
Randall,
this game,
you got the
Randall.
floor. What game are you playing? How is it? What do you like about it?
It's called Dig It. So basically, it's like a physics-based game. You start out with a ball, and you can dig holes with your finger.
Wow,
And
that's
it's like it's a puzzle game.
the way you're saying it sounds really graphic.
It depends on what type of mind you have.
The best of minds.
But anyway, I think it's really cool because it's like no matter where you can draw anywhere in the sand or in the dirt or whatever the case is, and you have to try to get the ball to get to the goal. And obviously, the more advanced you get, the more complex the puzzles get. But it's addictive. It's really addictive.
I hear somebody clickety clacking.
It's you.
It's definitely not me because I'm listening to Dig It.
It's me putting your fucking stream channel into other Discords.
Oh,
See? So,
what?
is Dig It Game of the Year for you, Randall?
I wouldn't say game of the year, but it's highly addictive. Especially,
see yourself
if you
playing it?
like puzzle games, I definitely think you should give it a try.
You see yourself playing it for within the next few months?
Yeah. I've been playing it. I downloaded it. What's today? Today is Tuesday. I downloaded it, I think Saturday, and I've been playing it consistently every day.
There we go.
Is his mic on?
Yeah, why?
Sounds really quiet.
Kelsey, you lying sack of
He
garbage.
sounds fine to me.
Brian's just
I
a microphone.
I can
He
hear him
doesn't-
just fine.
Oh my god. Anyway, thank you, Randall. You've done it now. So you've played it and now you reviewed it. So put your phone away.
I'm not on my phone.
Like, give it here. You're grounded.
Okay.
Oh snap! We got Trille with the follow. I can't even pronounce that because one, I can't see it correctly, and I have my shades.
His name is Chris. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I just refer to him as Chris.
Okay. Well, Chris with the follow. We appreciate it here. What the heck are we talking about? Extra Life. It's this weekend, November 2nd. Again, go to extralife.adlrplays.com for milestone information, incentive information. Oh, for the incentive, I think we're just going to have like a spin the wheel kind of thing. Right now, we haven't filled out what's going to be on that spin the wheel, but we'll have some stupid things. So if you donate $10, we'll spin the wheel and one of us does a dumb thing. Or I might just remove it. Who knows? But the milestones are definitely there. If you want to see me shave my head, go completely bald, reach that $1,000. Tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell your grandma's friends. Don't tell your granddad, tell your granddad's friends.
Oh, fuck.
All right? Let them all be there. November 2nd, Saturday, 10 a.m., the 24-hour live stream for Extra Life begins. Cool? Cool. And
November 2nd, said?
November 2nd is game day. Where we game for the children. So again, I'll shave my head for the children. $1,000.
$100 first to 10. Me and Randall, Dragon Ball.
How many dollars?
$100.
Oh, that's too much. That's gonna be a free 10-0. I'm not paying $100 for a 10-0. All right.
Oh my god. I don't talk to you like that, Randall.
I said it on purpose that way because they don't know who I'm talking about. Anyway,
I got $20 towards this.
you think they can't hear you knocking on the table, Randall? You really have horrific podcast etiquette. You sit there and you just talk to it. That's it.
It's,
we gotta give him credit this time, though.
Cut to last year's Extra Life. Ain't nobody knocking as he's knocking on the table.
Yeah,
to the
like
mic.
ain't
And he said
nobody
out loud,
knocking.
"Ain't nobody knocking." Or
On
no, does it
stream.
look like? No, he said, "Does it look like I'm knocking?" We got a clip of him knocking.
It looks like you dropping that Whopper.
Oh fuck.
Oh my God, Randall.
I do have to give Randall credit this time
For what?
because he was actually early this time to the stream and not like going, "Hey, what time is the stream? 8 o'clock every Tuesday." Okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, bro. It's 7:58.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Mud butt. That's why I was late.
I told them you had quote intense diarrhea end quote.
Yeah, dude. Shit hurt.
All right, dude. Kelsey, you're back from your
What's up?
honeymoon.
yes,
Tell me.
it was amazing.
Tell us, how was it?
It was absolutely incredible. There are a lot of things different over there than there are over here.
Like what?
For
Cleanliness?
one, they do what?
Cleanliness?
No.
Oh, that's the opposite? Like they're
Public
worse?
everywhere, dude.
So in London,
Yeah.
they're first of all, the public transportation in those places is way better than it is here. But the countries themselves and the cities themselves are also a lot like smaller. I mean, Rome's not exactly smaller, but you know, they had a better system for doing things.
Okay.
But in London, learning the tubes was a lot of fun. And you could get almost anywhere within like 15, 20 minutes all around London. But we would come out and you'd blow your nose and black shit's coming out all over the place because it's so dirty down there.
Oh my God.
Um,
Did you guys
when-
catch anything from
not there. On the way back to London, we caught something because literally everybody who got on the plane was.
Black plague too.
I gotta be honest, I thought he was accidentally doing that.
No, that was what everybody on the plane was doing. Shannon and I weren't sitting on the plane back to London because we bought it through one of our the honeymoon gifts,
Okay.
and it kind of just bought us tickets but didn't put us next to each other.
Okay.
And this couple sits down next to me, and the whole time the woman never stopped coughing, and then the guy kept coughing too, and then she's sitting next to like your typical, 35-year-old dude who lives in his mom's basement, that does nothing but play computer games and whatever, and he was pretty sick and gross.
Oh my gosh.
And she did one of those like looked over my shoulder, and she just is like like, get me the fuck off this plane.
So how many people did you run into with like the thickest like Idris Elba accents?
I mean, everybody in London there's actually a lot more people in London that weren't like from London than I would have thought there would be. I mean, there were tons of people from all over. You walk down the street and hear people talking Italian, French, Spanish. There were a lot of in both Italy and London. There were a lot of Middle Eastern people.
Okay.
I don't know specifically from where, but they all like had the very, very dark skin, and maybe they were from India. Like because it sounded like I was talking to tech support every time they talked to me.
Okay.
And
see.
all of them are like the worst, the absolute worst, because all they do is try and sell you stuff. Like they walk around with like roses and things. They're like, here for you, and we're like, no, we don't want it. And he's like, no, take it for good luck. And then if you take it, you start walking away, they'll follow you and be like, hey, can I get like a little something for it? Like, bitch, you just gave it to me for free, and now you're begging for money,
I don't think they understand what give means.
Yeah. And then we had there was some dude from Africa that was like sweet talking us and gave us a bunch of bracelets and whatever, and then did the same thing.
A threesome.
And he was like, I can give you change. And I was like, no, dude, I literally have no money because I hadn't exchanged anything when we got to Italy and or when we got to Rome. And he was like, no, I can make change. And I was like, no, bro, you don't understand. I literally have zero cash on me. and he just like kept begging, and I pulled out the 4 pence that I had, showed him that, and he was like, "The fuck is this?" I was like, "It's literally all I have." And he's like, "No, I can make you change." And then I pulled out my wallet, which was empty, and I was like, "Dude, I have nothing," you know. And then he took back the like 9 bracelets that he gave us for free, you know, because we were on our honeymoon.
Oh my god. And they're the worst. The tourist areas are just like that. They'll try to sell you everything. Oh, these guys are
Oh, yeah.
American. They have big bucks. I'm gonna get my Maserati today.
Yep.
You should have done is give them back their bracelets and ask for money because you gave them back.
Oh, that's true. But like, I'll sell it back to you. You gave it to me for free, and you have to buy it back from me.
Yep.
But then you would end up fighting him, and he'd die, and then cops are there, and you didn't want any of those problems. It's your honeymoon. So did you
Why
guys do
does
the whole?
screen look like that?
That's because it's doing weird stuff. I don't know. It could be Discord. It could be my drivers. It could be a scaling thing. No idea. Don't worry about this, Randall. What you need to worry about, Randall,
It's right here.
is whether or not Kelsey and Shannon went on a boat thing in Italy.
The gondola rides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went on one in Venice.
How was it?
It was cool. I mean, it wasn't like nearly as romantic as they make it out to be. You know, it's just one of those things where you're literally just kind of going around doing a tour. We didn't pay the extra money, or we didn't find anybody that would sit there and do the singing, because like there were boats that you could hire somebody to play the accordion and then have another dude stand there and sing to you the whole time.
You have
But-
phones.
Huh?
Didn't you have phones?
Yeah.
Just play some music on there. You guys can save some cash. Oh, and the things are
Okay,
singing, and
first
you'll.
of all, the international plans for Verizon are absolute garbage. Okay,
Ah.
so like for $10 a day, for my phone, and then another $10 for Shannon's phone, we can have unlimited talk, and text, and then have only a half gig of high-speed data. Okay, a half gig.
That's
A
trash.
half gig.
Okay, so you guys should have used that opportunity to put it offline mode. Go to Spotify, look for Italian music in the playlist, offline mode at in some Wi-Fi spot, and then go on the ride.
That didn't cross our minds when we were sitting in the hotel.
You guys could have been freaking lit over there, dude, with some wine, some ghetto Spotify music playing on the boat. He's gonna be like, "What is this?" And it's like, "It's Spotify," and then he's gonna be like, "Oh," and then you guys kiss.
And then you see Giorno Giovanni, and then you have to fight him.
Okay, see, that's a reference I don't.
We did get.
I was gonna say Persona, JoJo.
Oh.
He did take a picture of us kissing at the end of the ride, but it was a really cool experience. I mean,
You kissing the gondola guy?
yeah.
Took a picture of you guys
Yeah.
kissing? Oh.
What else are you supposed to do? You gotta thank him. Come on.
Just show me your linguine.
That was when he was off shift.
Oh shit.
And then on your shift,
And then
Heyo.
Exactly.
Damn, no, Anthony over here being a slut.
But yeah,
Alright.
it was a lot of fun. Like he's been doing the gondola stuff for over 30 years, and showed us around the whole place, around most of Venice. Told us about a whole bunch of different buildings and like what they meant, what they were, what they used to be used for. Venice is not only sinking though, that people are leaving. Like 10 years ago, there were over 200,000 Venetians that lived there. Now there's like 27,000.
oh, I thought you were... the
There's
pause.
like 27.
Yeah, I'm like, there's 27 people there.
Literally 8 people are there.
Yeah.
like people who were born and still live there.
yeah.
Their entire economy is literally nothing but tourism. Everything about Venice is sustained by tourism. They don't like export anything. They don't, make anything specifically and sell it there. It literally is just all tourism.
Jeez. I guess it's paying off for them. I mean, is there any way to save the island, or?
The animals.
I mean, my only guess is to stop global warming, but
Okay, well then no, we're done. That's not happening. So.
while we were in Venice, we went to visit Murano and Burano. There are 2 other islands that are part of Venice. Murano is known for its glass blowing, and we got to do a glass blowing tour, and that was really cool. You know, we got to see them like make a glass like cup out of nothing, and then make a the horse. I don't know if you guys know anything about glass blowing, but one of the most difficult things to do is to make a horse out of glass in under 2 minutes.
Okay.
The
And
cock.
I mean that's included, but you know,
Continue.
it was really cool to watch them do that. And then when we went to Moreno, the town is every house is painted some different color. Like not like, here where it's typically like, nice pastel colors or anything. I mean, these are like bright, like fuchsia, bright pink, purples, blues, the works. And there were 2 stories, and I only remember one. But the first one was the reason that they did that is because Venice is everything there is about boats. Like you, they don't have cars there. Everything is about boats going through the canals and things because it's all just a bunch of little islands that are connected together. And they were originally a fishing town. And
Okay.
so the fishermen would go out and they do their fishing, but they'd also get very drunk while they're out fishing. And they would come home, and then while stumbling home, completely wasted, they'd walk into the wrong house and, try and make sweet tender love to the wrong wife.
Whoa.
And so the women were getting like really upset with this. So what they did is they started painting all of the houses very bright, unique colors so that, the guy couldn't come. I didn't know it wasn't mine. It's like bullshit. That one's green. Ours is pink. How do you not know that?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, you're right. I gotta do it the Italian way.
So that was fun. And then when we went to Rome,
I can't get over how dumb I look on screen.
you look beautiful. Don't let anybody lie to you. In Rome, we did a bunch of different tours. We went to, we did the Colosseum tour. We did the Roman Forums tour. We did the Vatican tour, and then we did the Roman Crypts tour. And then we also visited the Amalfi Coast in Pompeii, and that was really awesome.
What did you guys see? Yo, Brian, what? The
You want?
keys, man. Like, move your mic forward or your keyboard back. Like, it sounds like you're tickety-tacking, dude. Sort it out.
So anyway, Kelsey.
Which one were you going to ask about?
The Pompeii one.
Pompeii was really cool. It was very pretty out there. In that culture, like originally when Pompeii was built, they penises were like a huge good luck charm there. I didn't really know how else to say it, but literally, like the whole place got buried under 10 billion tons of ash, and in 76 or something, there was this farmer was building on it, tried to build a well, found out that there was a city underneath of him. Told the king. King was like, "Well, we're gonna excavate it." So they excavated it, and all the workers would dig up stuff and just find dicks everywhere. Okay, like literally everywhere. But they in old culture that was considered a good luck charm. So people would like have it painted on their doorways, have it like their welcome mats, like the whole 9 yards. Everything was a phallus. Okay, they even had a god with 2 of them that they worship.
What the heck?
And they had brothels back then.
Yeah, they did.
And you knew it was a brothel because it would have an erect version over the doorway.
Oh.
And then when you would walk in, because it was a big port town, originally a big port city, you could find the brothel by following the penises that were drawn on the roads. And then when you got to the brothel, they actually had a Denny's menu where you could just kind of look at all the different pictures of the different positions and point to them.
Okay.
And that's how you would order off the menu.
Oh. Was there like an open brothel while you guys were there or no?
We went through one, but it obviously wasn't in service anymore.
That's what I was asking. Is there any of them that were in service?
No.
You can say it on here. You're safe. She
Not
doesn't.
this
She doesn't
time.
watch this. She doesn't watch this.
There's no
Dude, if there was one, I'd be like, "Hey, sweetie, I'll be back in a few minutes."
Okay. That's funny. That sounds cool. Cool. And then you had. Wait, you guys went to? Did you guys go do anything Harry Potter related?
Yeah, in London we did the Harry Potter tour.
Okay.
So it was a walking tour. We couldn't get tickets to Warner Brothers Studios while we were there, because the only time they had like 2 tickets available was in like December,
Oof.
and so we couldn't do that. And then one of the women I work with, who I'm pretty good friends with, she was flown over to London as well while we were in Italy, and she managed to go, and she started posting pictures. And Shannon was not happy that she got to go and Shannon didn't.
She was a little bit salty there.
A little bit.
Speaking of salty, so I heard you guys had some difficulties getting back.
Oh, sort of. So we showed up to the airport and went to our gate, and I walked up to the lady at the front because they had all of the stuff blocked off, and I was like, "What's going on?" And they said that they're having mechanical issues. And we're like, "Okay, that's great." And I said, "When are we supposed to get an update?" She says, "At around 1 o'clock." Well, we showed up at 11, and we have a layover in DC that was 2 hours after we were supposed to land in DC, which means that we're already going to miss our layover. So that 1:30 comes around and they say, "Hey, we're gonna have to cancel the flight for today. You'll have to, come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. if you want to go home, or you can go talk to the service desk and, see if they can reroute you."
Okay.
So, needless to say, I grabbed Shannon, picked her up, threw her over my shoulder, and ran.
Nice.
Because her legs are fucking short and I don't feel like waiting on her. So we get down to the service desk.
You can always hold the door.
Huh?
You can just run there, get there first, and just hold the door open until she gets there.
No. We both had to be in line to get our tickets.
Who's gonna fight you?
I didn't want to have to wait or tell them to go stand off to the side until she gets here, because there was like 150 or 200 people that are trying to fly back to the DC flight.
I was joking. I was gonna make it seem like you're like a huge guy who like just moves people out of the way and say, "This is how it's done. Don't worry about it. No one cared. We're moving on." Go ahead.
So we get down there and we finally managed to get a Chicago flight. We managed to get a Chicago flight, which was an extra 2 hours out of our way to come home. And luckily, we had literally just paid for upgraded seats so that we could have a little bit more legroom, which we should get it refunded for because the flight got canceled. But then when we got on the flight for Chicago, it was actually super nice because we got upgraded to business economy, which means that it was just the 2 of us in the seats next to each other, and we had way more leg room, had better service and everything. It was awesome.
That sounds good. At least you got something good out of it.
Yeah.
So what? Oh, okay. Well, and after that, I'm assuming it was smooth sailing once you got on that ride on the second flight.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad, but we just ended up coming home 4 hours later than we had originally intended.
Oh, I thought it was worse.
Well, we were technically up at like 3 a.m. here, and we didn't get to go to bed until 11:30, almost midnight. So we were up for almost 24 hours, and she gets really cranky when she doesn't get to sleep, so...
It's one of those stay away from me kind of things, or I'll punch you kind of things.
I'll stab you.
Oh, okay. I don't know. That was a different level.
There was one story I want to tell you about London. So we had so much gelato while we were over there, and tiramisu. It was amazing.
Nice.
But we found this gelato place that was in London that had some really nice flavors. And so we went over there, and they had like 3 sizes. You had like a small, medium, and large. You got like a certain number of scoops and different flavors get depending on the size of the cup that you got. And Shannon got the medium because the medium there is like an extra small here, and gelato usually comes in a much smaller cup.
Okay.
And she gets this one flavor, but there's not like much left in the container. And so the lady like goes in and just scoops out whatever's left and like throws it on there. So like if you imagine a cup like, the cup's like this big, the ice cream set up to like here in the
Jeez.
cup. And she's like, how am I supposed to, eat all this?
What am I gonna
And,
do with all of this?
I thought that she only did that because there wasn't enough left afterwards to like serve other customers with that flavor. So she just gave them all to her.
Uh-huh.
I ended up getting the large because I'm a fat ass and got like 2 or 3 different flavors, and the bottom one being chocolate. But she did the same thing, just like scooped and stacked and scooped and stacked. And it was like, I mean, I had this massive cup of gelato. And I'm like frantically trying to eat it all because it melts super fast.
Uh-huh.
Didn't make it. Got a whole bunch of chocolate like all over my shirt. She had whatever flavor she had like in her purse, on her. She was not happy.
So she got stuff all over her like precious purse and stuff, and then you have doo-doo on your shirt.
Basically.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent.
Yep.
Oh,
So and then we had to, I mean, luckily it was after the Harry Potter tour, and we had already done a bunch of other stuff. It was pretty late, and so we were like heading back to the hotel to go to bed. And so all we had to do was sit on the train for a few minutes and then walk back to the hotel. But it was still like probably 20-25 minutes before we actually got into the hotel.
Okay.
That we just have shit all over us.
That's funny. All right. Well,
one more thing. We went to the Amalfi Coast, which is absolutely stunning to see because you literally drive on the side of a mountain and you just like wind down the side and get to see these massive, beachfront or coastal cities.
Yeah.
And we went to Positano, and there they make they'll make shoes for you, and she had a pair of sandals made for her. And while we were there, I think it was just this. I've never had this happen, but the massive change in elevation I think caused my nose to dry out real bad because I was like, rubbing it, it felt really dry, and I went like this, and there's just blood all over my hand, and I was like, oh, that's cute.
Crap.
So we stopped by one of the pharmacies and got one of those, tampons for your nose and shoved it up there.
Nice.
And got back to the tour group, and they were like, bro, you okay? And I was like, yeah, and then Shannon chimes in. He said I couldn't have shoes. So he got a bloody nose and I got my shoes.
Oh, nice. So which one's the real story?
What do you mean?
Did she punch you?
Whether she hit me or
Yeah.
it was just the change in altitude. I don't know what else could have been because
we'll ask her, see what she says.
She hadn't headbutted me since the night before, so.
Oh, okay.
Can she reach your nose with a headbutt?
Usually when she's on top,
There you go.
Oh.
Randall knows.
Oh, fuck. Wait, does he know when she's on top or he knows that?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I guess he's watching. I don't know. You guys can sort that out. No, I got nothing. Oh, man. All right. We'll come back to you because you have a bunch of stuff you watched and did. Look at you. So proud.
There's a lot. Well, Love, Death, and Robots I did here, and then the rest of it was like on the flight there and back.
I knew it. As soon as I saw that list, I'm like, this man just watched it on the flight. He watched John Wick 3 on a flight.
Yeah.
Mother effer, dude. That's not something you watch on a flight.
Hey, man, they actually gave us like really nice headphones that were noise canceling and everything to watch it all with.
Okay,
it actually was pretty good.
Okay. But that screen, though.
Yeah, it was only like this big.
Oh, okay, no, then it's not. No. You need to see the details of the massacre in John Wick. Yeah, okay. Before we go continue, I guess I'll go with... Well, I guess me and Randall will go because he's been dying to say something because he's antsy, man. Look at him. We watched a little something yesterday called The Art of Self-Defense. It's called The Art of Self-Defense because the main character, Jesse Eisenberg, gets... Save it, Randall, save it.
This sounds like the Karate Kid.
It's... Jesse Eisenberg's character's named Casey. Casey gets he's like an accountant at some 9 to 5. That's whatever. And one night he gets mugged and like attacked by random people with like motorcycle people, and they with helmets on, so you couldn't identify them. He then decides to go get a gun because he figures he needs to defend himself. Well, when you sign up for a gun, you obviously need to get a background check, and once the background check clears, then you can go and purchase a gun. While he's waiting to purchase a gun, he stumbles upon a karate class, and he figures, oh, I can learn how to protect myself that way. So he starts learning karate as a form of self-defense, and that's where I guess I'll leave the premise at, and just move on to the review because I don't want to spoil anything. And this movie is actually very funny, but not like book smart funny or like super bad where it's like it's building up to like dialogue. It's like, if you know Jesse Eisenberg's like typical character of him being like the scrawny kid or like kind of worthy things that he does, it's that, but with his supporting cast making either fun of him, or the editing is done in such a way where it makes fun of him. I guess we can tell it's the opening. The French thing is the opening scene. I guess we can spoil that. So in the beginning, he's sitting at some sort of lunch,
It's a cafe.
Like a cafe. He's eating, and a couple walks in there who are French, I guess, and start complaining about the cafe, talking crap about it. Oh, the coffee's bad, whatever. And they sit away, in a place where they can see Jesse Eisenberg's character, Casey. So they sit down and said they want to play. This is all in French.
They're literally like 10 feet away from
yeah, and they start saying to each other, "What do you want to play a game in French?" And then they start trying to guess what type of person Casey is. Like, oh, he has got a small penis or whatever the heck it is, as he's reading his newspaper or whatever. Once that scene ends, it cuts to him in his car, and the camera's looking at a French book, as if he knew exactly what they were saying the entire time. He just never reacted. All right, so I guess cricket's here. Anyway, moving on. It's some things that's visual comedy. It's the sensei in the movie is fantastic. Jesse Eisenberg plays that same type of character he knows how to do very well. What's her name? Imogen Poots? Mogen.
Yeah.
Mogen Poots. She's also in the movie. She's also in the.
She's adorable.
Well, she's in this, and she's one of the students in the dojo. And then a word to the wise, this movie takes a hard right turn. In terms of like, at first it's like, oh, it's innocent, funny, whatever, but then it goes.
Oh my god, you talking about the night classes?
And then it goes to the night classes. It's just that. It gets a little darker. You're like, it goes from regular comedy to dark comedy, and then and then things happen. I don't want to spoil it because it's actually worth watching. So yeah, it's a comedy that turns dark comedy with a bit of. It's not thriller, because I guess my one gripe is how easy you can like guess what's about to happen next. Like midway through the movie, Randall's like, "I bet you this is what happens," and it's pretty easy to detect. But if you're okay with that and you just want to see the laughs and the what happens, like how they execute what's about to happen that you guessed already, it's worth it. Delivery. Say again.
It's worth watching.
I highly recommend watching it at least once. We're laughing because there's just one specific part that made us like. I had to rewind it because it was a delivery thing. When the sensei says a line that you just. It's about editing, and it's about like everything was perfect about the line. But yeah, Art of Self-Defense. Highly recommend it.
The sensei looks like the generic brand of Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Everything you think is not just food for thought. It's like one of those movies where you could kind of usually tell what the punchline of a joke is, or you could usually tell what the humor part of a movie is, like who's the comedic character and all that stuff. You can't pick any of that out in this movie. Like, people you wouldn't suspect say funny things, or do funny things, or hilarious things. I think that's one of the best parts to me about this movie. Is not only is it just funny, but it's funny because it's unforeseen humor. It's like stuff that you could be like the part of the movie can be like what you perceive to be as a serious undertone or a very important part, and then the humor that comes like immediately doesn't take you out of the movie, which I think is done very well, which I think in itself is very hard to do, because usually if you set the tone for a certain part of the movie and then something abruptly happens, if it's not done right, it'll take you out of the movie. This is done like really well as far as like its awkwardness and the humor behind it. It's like, even if you can see what's going to happen next in your mind, you're like, okay, I can clearly see where this is going.
But the execution
is still good. Like, you have to respect the execution. Is really funny, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a specific scene written for, I think, each one of you on here.
Oh, especially Brian. Oh yeah. My God, yo.
It has our type of humor in it. There's parts of it where like each one of us would respect. Like, I laughed hard at a different part. Randall laughed at his own part. I saw where Brian would laugh, and I've seen where Kelsey would laugh. Like, I think there's a gun somewhere in there. There's
you have no idea. Okay, hey Brian, do you remember? Man, what was the name of that movie? The one with Brad Pitt in it. When he was in the closet, he just gets shot.
Oh, Burn After Reading.
Yeah, Burn After Reading. Do you remember how you reacted when you saw that? No? Don't remember?
No.
Okay. Then never mind. My point is, I can't remember.
All right. But yeah, we saw that yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was because we were watching Mr. Robot. So yeah. By the way, season 4 Mr. Robot, if you haven't, get on it. It's very good.
I haven't seen last Sunday's episode yet.
What's Mr. Robot?
Yo,
that could be a genuine question from him. He still doesn't watch Spider-Man.
Yo, is that that's a genuine question?
I've never seen Mr. Robot now.
All right, can you mute your mic? We're gonna vote to kick you off of here.
There's nothing to do with my mic.
Oh my god.
Is he trolling?
No, he hasn't seen it.
No.
I can see it in his eyes. He has no idea what we're talking about.
I can accept the fact that he's never seen it, but he doesn't. You
haven't even
heard of it?
I know what Mr. Robot is. You guys have talked about it on here a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, highly recommended.
On my list of things to watch.
Highly recommended. It's this season's.
Speaking of things list to watch, did you ever watch No Game No Life?
I'm still getting through JoJo. I finally got spoilers for JoJo. I finally got my character back. I thought he was dead, and he came back. And I saw a cool villain. What's his name? Justice, I think it was. I thought he was really cool. And then I saw another episode where I had Prey flashbacks. The High Empress can turn into anything. My anxiety kicked in because I'm like, yo, they're gonna like try to go for a door handle and then their arms are cut off or something. I hated that episode. It gave me Prey anxiety again. But it was really good. So like the Justice is an enemy or a boss. An enemy. A stand in JoJo, and so is the High Empress, and they were both really cool. One of them was used to bring.
Babies, or is it the genie?
I'm sorry.
Is that the genie or the baby's stand?
The baby stand was the robot that was in the dreamscape. That was a different one. That's when Green Fist Fang Foom outsmarted the baby, and they made him eat poo.
You trigger me every time you say that.
Well, that's too bad. Make better names, like Goku. You know.
Better name, worse character.
Like GT Goku, dude. But yeah, I thought Justice was a cool character in JoJo, and so was what was it? Because it was used as like a device to tell Polnareff. Dang it,
Don Pierre Polnareff.
Yeah, well, a bit of his backstory and like where his mind was at. Especially getting to that island and being told the things he was told, arriving at the island and stuff like that. I thought it was a really good episode, or good little 2-part. They seemed like to be doing 2 parts for like each new each stand now, which I'm kind of digging. It's like a nice little enough time to explore both the enemy they're fighting and whoever ends up fighting them, because it's like watching an RPG unfold. It's like, I pick you, Pikachu, you fight this stand, and then the rest just sit there. The grandfather Joseph just yells, "Oh my god!"
You don't hear it in Japanese though.
It's he's like the announcer of the
It's
of the
a
group.
bit more dramatic. He goes, "Oh no!"
Yeah, like he just yell, "Oh no!" over the top. I'm like, what's happening here?
That
I
set
guess,
of episodes is actually my favorite set of episodes within that part.
yeah, I'm digging those, like the Justice, the High Empress, and now I forgot where I left off. What's after the High Empress? I forgot. Oh, anyway,
Pretty sure
that's
it's no game to life.
yeah. No, I still got 2 more parts of JoJo. I'm gonna watch it. I promise you, I'm gonna watch it. I still got 2 more. This part's like 40 something episodes for some reason.
It's within this part is like 2 parts.
Oh, so part 4 starts now. Sorry.
It's basically part 3, then part 3.2.
Oh my god.
Like, there's like a half point where then shit gets real.
Okay, how long is No Game of Life for Kelsey?
It's only like 12 episodes, and then there's
In
a
its
movie that's-
entirety?
right now, yeah. Right now it's only like 12 episodes, and then there's like a 2-hour movie that's kind of a prequel to the anime.
So should I watch the prequel first?
Um,
Because I like to watch things.
no, I mean, watch the show because the show like has the prequel is like an extension of the show talking about how they got to where they were.
Okay, so okay.
Like, does that make sense? Like, it's like they have the
it's-
characters from the anime, in the very beginning, and then
the prequel.
they start talking about stuff, and then it like is a flashback of how everything came to be.
So the prequel is
type
like,
thing.
hey, you've already watched the anime series in mind. Like they're not gonna go
Yeah.
back. Okay, got it. Then I'll do that. I'll finish this part, which is 40 episodes something. Watch No Game No Life, and then get back on JoJo. Because JoJo's like 40 episodes here, and then I still got another 40 between 2 more parts, I think. Because the part 4, I think, is 20 something, and then
That's a good idea. Take a break before part 4.
because there's so much episode that I thought I was almost done. Like they're traveling to Egypt. They get to Egypt. I'm like, let's go. I'll probably only need 4 more because this anime moves quick. I still got 20 more episodes. I'm like, isn't he an eat? What are they doing here then?
I gotta find him.
I guess you're right, but I got my boy back, so all is well.
Yeah,
The way
No
they
Game No Life is
explained it,
12
I'm like,
episodes.
okay. You said 12?
12.
Okay, and they're 20 minutes. I'm assuming, right? They're not like,
Yeah,
gotcha.
we're really hoping like the manga's out, and I think it's like it's a ways down, but then they
They need to get
I don't know
funding
why
to
it is
make
that
the
they're not-
animation.
yes, I don't know why it is they're hesitating because it's such an amazing show.
Was it received well?
Yeah,
Oh, then
they apparently from what I understand though, the ending of the anime kind of skips a couple of chapters in the manga, and it was kind of upsetting to a lot of the fans. But I don't really care as long as they go back and either fix it or they do like a little twist and then go, okay, we're gonna go back towards the manga. I just want them to come out with a season 2. I mean, they came out with a season 2 of One Punch Man. Where the fuck is No Game No Life?
I still have to watch the rest
Same.
of the season. I
Same.
just stopped at the 3rd episode.
I haven't even started it.
My Hero Academia. I didn't watch yesterday's or last week's episode.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on Hero Academia as well.
When you were gone, Kelsey, I watched The Boys in its entirety.
Boy, oh, okay.
You guys can talk about that later. I know.
Yeah.
I see it in Kelsey's eyes. He's spoiler everywhere. It's his eyes spell spoiler right now. All right, moving on. That was my JoJo update. What were we talking about before? The Art of Self Defense. It was a yay for me. Randall, do you recommend it?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Kanye found Jesus again. Tell us, Brian.
You heard it too, right?
Yeah, but I only heard it once, and I liked 2 songs out of it. The rest was, I guess.
heard it
Here's
once.
my quick review. There's too much Jesus in it for me. Way too much. Like to the point where there's 2 good instrumentals on there. The rest was way too much. Too preachy. Way too much. Some instrumentals didn't work. Like the choruses were trash. Some of the instrumentals didn't fit the way he was spitting his verses. Except two of them. One of them is a guilty pleasure because it sounded like an old, like a video game instrumental mixed with like 80s, and I thought it was really cool. But I don't know if that was On God or F. Hold on, let me look it up. Brian, keep talking about it while I look up the two songs I liked.
27 minutes, 11 songs, so it's really like a very easy listen. I didn't find it too preachy just because I mean it's a fucking gospel album. I've heard a lot more preachy stuff than this. This is like hip hop gospel, which is actually entertaining. Out of 11 songs, I hearted 5 of them. The entire album to me was enjoyable. Nobody doesn't like it. I can see why if you don't like religion talk, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Is it his best album? No, but it's not Jesus. Trying to think.
It's hard
The
to cut
production,
Ooh,
you
go ahead.
can like he's saying too much prayer talk. You can enjoy the songs while tuning what he's saying out because the production on most of it is solid. If you're like, oh, he's saying Jesus too much, you can mute him. At least I can mute him in his head whenever it felt like I get the message. The features he had on here surprised me. I wasn't expecting both Malice and Pusha T to be on there. I can understand Malice because he's a pastor. Kenny G surprised me, and it's on the same song. I didn't think Ty Dolla $ign would be on here, but he is.
I think
Overall,
that would have been on it. He was on his previous work.
It's a gospel album.
Gospel album. Follow God and On God are the two that I liked.
I liked both of those. I liked the beginning song. I liked the way that was produced. Follow God. I liked Closed on Sunday. The chorus was annoying, but the rest of it I enjoyed. On
Closed on Sunday's the
Chick
Chick-fil-A one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that chorus was too trash. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, the chorus was annoying, but everything else I liked. On God is the best song on here.
I didn't check which one. On God's the one with the weird retro sounding instrumental, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh man, this sounds neat. Instrumental, I think was what gave me that like. But then Follow God, I actually like it ain't Christ-like. I'm like, okay.
And Use This Gospel or Pusha T on it. I enjoyed.
I like the Pusha T's
I enjoyed
part.
the songs. I enjoyed the songs I didn't heart. It's just I really liked these.
So do you recommend this to other people? I guess I give it a one playthrough to see it because to me it's very divisive.
It's less than an episode of a show, so
those are facts.
Just experience it yourself. If it's too preachy, then try to tune it out. Listen to the production. If you don't care for the production either, then well, you only wasted an episode of your life.
And I mean,
how many songs?
11.
11 songs, 27 minutes.
It's just they're really short.
That helps the case for this album because since it's something that a lot of people don't like secular music, it being that short, it makes it digestible.
I'm not gonna see how short makes it helps it.
Again, look at this guy on his phone. All right, so imagine a song telling you to praise Jesus that's 6 minutes long, right? Just what you hear in a church, 6 minutes long. By minute 2, you're like, give me something new. These songs are about a minute, 2 minutes each, and each one has different. It's not gospel music in terms of production. It's hip hop with gospel lyrics. So even if you get tired of the Jesus, you go to the next song and you hear a different beat and you're like, oh, I like this. And it being short, it not being 6 minutes of the same instrumental makes it easier to swallow pill, if that makes sense.
I guess that does make sense, given the type of music it's going for.
I'm just my two that I liked, and that's it. I was so done with it. After I finished, I'm like, okay, these two sound alright. Let's see how long they last in my library. Because sometimes there's songs that'll come up at random when I do shuffle my entire library, and I'm like, why do I still have this? I took out a lot of old B.O.B. songs and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't even like this anymore.
I can see that. I took out a lot of old Childish Gambino.
I took out the camp one too. After it came out random when I was on my walk, I'm like, no, I think it's time. I don't like this anymore.
A lot of those songs, I'm just like, no. What's weird is the things that usually age well are the alternative songs. So like the Fray to me ages pretty well. Coldplay ages very well. I think other things, but that genre for whatever reason still slaps.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know why.
Well, there you have it. Kanye West.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I listened to this, and then after that, I listened to Frank's out song that I talked about last week for 3 hours straight. I had to live with it. I wanted to see if it grew on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's background. It's mood music in the background.
Do you still hate the first third?
No. It's
'Cause
funny.
when I
It's
heard
just
it-
funny to me.
When I heard it, I didn't hate it. I'm like, okay, this is fine.
The
And then the
first one, like,
second part came in. I'm like, okay, this is better.
yeah, the second part is what I enjoyed. The first time I heard the first part, I was like, this is just stupid. But then as I heard it for 3 hours straight, I was like, no, it's funny.
It's fine. Yeah, it was fine
It's
for
like
me.
my boy toy ride me like an Uber. I'm like, you do, you do.
And it's something about sucking him like a Hoover. He did the same thing with
Yeah.
Hoover.
Boy
It's
toy
just
sucking it like a Hoover.
yeah, like it's him having fun in the beginning. That's it. You can give it a shot. I think it's gonna be a polarizing little project. I thought I was gonna like it a lot more because I don't know why. I just figured, hey, it's shorter. He put quality over quantity in this time, and I don't know. None of them grabbed me. Besides the two that I mentioned, Follow God and On God, and then the rest just didn't. It didn't want to be in my library. That makes sense.
I didn't have any expectations. He said it was a gospel album. I'm like, okay, let me. I mean, because who he is, I have to listen to it. I realize I don't even know, like, he's probably the most influential artist to me still, but I think my current favorite, I think Frank took that now. And that's really tough to admit out loud, but I think Frank is actually my favorite artist right now.
Frank Sinatra is pretty amazing. So
I
can
agree.
understand why.
Yeah, Frank
He said my
Sinatra's
funny Valentine. I was like, damn.
right, yo. And he
I'm
said
funny.
I did it my way. I was like,
Oh,
I
shit.
knocked.
He said
That hit
Blue
different.
Moon. Not even talking about the beer.
Oof.
Check this out. Kanye told Apple Music that he's been actively trying to cut back on swearing, and even asked unmarried collaborators to abstain from sex while working on Jesus is King.
Yeah, he also said he's not
But
going to work
that's-
on rap music anymore because that's the devil's music.
Okay. I mean, Godspeed to you then, I guess. I don't know. He's not the only person making rap music, so I guess we'll find someone else. Like, good luck to you.
The exact antithesis of that is when Pusha T releases a new album, I'm going to, in my head, pretend that I sell drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Like when when the game drops another album, I'm like, yo,
That's next month, Game's album.
wait for it. Ugh.
Can't wait. I don't know why Game and Pusha T don't have a song together. That, in my head, I run the block while I'm
Yeah.
listening to that.
What? Immediately, everyone's calling up your trap phone. You know.
What the hell, yeah.
Goodness.
So if he said he's not making rap music anymore, is he going to continue to do gospel?
Probably.
Maybe. I mean, he decides things and then he changes his mind later on, so we'll see.
It's a bit finicky. Like he'll say something, he'll stick to it for a random amount of time, then something else happens in his life or something, and
He
then
just wants to be creative in a new way, and he's just like, I'm doing this now.
yeah. He's just aiming to be creative. So when you're following that path, you're like, I want to be something new, or I want to do something new. You start, looking different avenues.
Before this album, he claimed he was going to make children's music.
I would not want that unless it's like funny lines, like what is the squirrel the squirrel one, nuts or whatever what it is or what the line is. That's nuts or something.
Wait, hold on. Have your face looking like a squirrel, and that's nuts.
And that's nuts. And I'm like, okay, if you're gonna have a bunch of those lines, then yeah, because those are funny.
I mean, I don't think you're talking about nutting and squirrels for kids.
I know, but I mean, if it's like funny kid things like goo goo gaga gadoo or something, and that's funny,
Scoopity woo, that's for kids.
Yeah, like that's for kids. Oh my gosh, what do we move on from here? Because we still got to talk about our Modern Warfare multiplayer.
Jesus is king, but if you're at the top of your leaderboards in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, then you're also king. Anthony, take it away.
Talk about it. I'm out here doing. I had a weird thing happen to me, Kelsey, and I need you to talk me down. Not talk me. Just explain how this is happening right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm playing Modern Warfare on PC, right?
Right.
And it's running fine, no problem. It's just my performance with my keyboard and mouse is just lacking, you know, because I'm trash.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I put in my controller. Same lobby. I'm a liar, not the same lobby. The next match,
After.
yeah. I'm decimating kids left and right with a stupid controller. Can you explain to me how this is happening?
I need you to explain something
Clearly,
else
you're
after
playing
that.
against a bunch of other console peasants.
It tells you what's on there, and it's a mix.
I don't know how. I don't know.
I have a question for you too. You might be able to diagnose.
Oh, this is funny.
So what do you think I'm gonna say?
You upgrade and it's still trash.
That's I have two questions. One of
Okay,
them
then
is
never
similar to
mind.
his. So, cuz explain. You've seen my aim. Not much there. A lot to be desired. You would say.
Okay.
Explain to me how I play this game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare
2019.
2019. 80% of the games I'm in, I'm top 3 on my team.
It's impressive. All
Again,
that
aim,
rage, against
GT Goku, dude.
yeah, it's just building up.
Speaking of rage, I have another question for you.
Okay.
Now, usually if you upgrade something, you would think, hey, I'll get better results because it's an upgrade, right?
Yeah.
You know, you go from 1 to 2, that means, oh, your dexterity, you put up a point, that means I'm faster, that means I'm better at running. Explain to me how I spent X amount of money on my computer, upgraded that shit. I'm talking like it. I don't even remember what my old computer was like.
It has
I
double
said,
the
bitch,
cores.
I said,
It's
lose my
got
number. That's
yeah,
what I
dude.
said to my old computer. Explain to me how I can't even play like a whole match because the game crashes.
That's because the game is just not properly programmed or properly built and optimized. Isn't Modern Warfare new?
Yeah, it came out last
Yeah,
week.
Yeah,
but
so they probably just
they
haven't
already
put a
did the
bunch of time
drivers
and
and
effort
stuff
into it.
like that. They more of the story is I can barely get through. Sometimes I'm at the menu, I go to create a class, fatal error. No, you're done.
Yeah, that just sounds like poor programming, personally.
I've never even had that issue with when my computer was barely like a Danimals bottle. I'd play Black Ops 4, and even though it ran like shit, even on low,
It still
it
ran.
never crashed on me. Yeah,
It ran. It never fell. You feel me?
it when it crashes, almost everything else crashes on my computer. That when the game crashes, Discord crashes, Spotify crashes, Chrome crashes.
I don't know. I can't really say much because, like, I've been having problems with my computer, just blue screens for no friggin' reason. So
I just like to go take this time, guys, to remind you guys that November 19th, Stadia releases. Thank you for pre-order now your premium editions. Shut up, Kelsey.
I just wanted to take this time and remind you guys nobody gives a shit about Stadia.
That's why they're sold out. Anyway,
Oh shit! If you want to spend money on something that you know,
you already got your
last year,
hitbox, Brian.
buy Indivisible.
Oh, okay, good one. That's actually a good one. That's a good
The
one.
more money you give to Lab Zero, the higher a chance I get a Skullgirls too. You want to see Brian happy?
No, because he
Modern
gets
Warfare's not making me happy because I can't even play the game. $60 of not playing the game.
on my end, it's making me very happy. So, Modern Warfare multiplayer. We still haven't done gunfight yet, unfortunately. When Brian gets a stable PC, me and Brian are gonna go gunfight 2v2 ranked because we're the best.
I don't know how I'm not sponsored by Cloud9 already. By my performance in gunfight, I went like 11-5 in one of them.
I'm telling you, gunfight is so good.
We were 1-5. I was playing with a friend of mine that streams. 1-5. We were the one that won. It's 1st to 6. We downloaded them. We started fucking zoning them.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how I went 11-5 and brought it back and we won.
Shoot, you probably shot him 11 times.
There was a gunfight round we were doing. You know how they randomly generate you a loadout? Everyone has the same one.
Yes.
CS:GO op skills that at some reason I had came back. They gave me snipers. I saw somebody's forehead. I saw that I got points for killing him.
Oh snap! Brian,
And
you're
they give you
out
the
here.
same loadout 2 times. Like they give you 2 rounds, and they give you a new loadout.
It's when you switch
got
sides, you swap guns.
It's 2 rounds. I get sniper after that round, the next round, then it swaps. It's 2v2. I got 4 kills. I killed them both rounds with the
What's your
sniper.
partner doing? Just sitting there waiting for respawn, even though he's alive
No,
already?
It's because I'm a god, dude.
Tell him to
by
sort it out.
accident. I'm a god, dude.
So yeah, I got to play.
in Siege.
I got to play hardcore mode, the regular modes, the Battlefield-esque type of mode they have now, which is pretty cool. It's like Battlefield, but with Call of Duty handling. The multiplayer is solid. There's two things that I really, really need them to fix. One, audio. That game is unnaturally loud. Like Kelsey, if you no, I know for a fact there's no game that's louder than this.
I don't know, man.
That's a lie. Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh, he beat me. God, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Tell me how, like, once the cutscene starts, I can feel blood coming out of my ears.
Yeah, that's really loud. It's. You're right. Hyper Light Drifter is definitely the loudest thing I've ever heard. But in reality, they need to fix the audio. I have it set to 5%, Kelsey. 5 or 3%.
Yeah.
And when they call a kill streak thing, like a VTOL or something flying over my head, I'm thinking my house is getting shot at. Like it's I don't know if it's the mixing or the vector math to see where things are located, but if someone moves like grass on their feet from a mile away, you hear it. So the game is slowed down to a pace because of just the audio.
Yeah, dude. In PUBG, you could hear a car over 2 kilometers away.
It's
2
ridiculous.
kilometers.
I get killed. Like the first game after I reinstalled everything to see if it would crash, it didn't. Just started the map, I got killed. The sound of the bullet hitting me, my ears already hurt. Like I was like, oh, I'm done playing.
It's like abnormally loud. But that, I'm sure it's an easy fix. That's just mixing on their end. The big one is the respawn design. So for some reason, there's ways to manipulate it so you just spawn in one area, and that's normal Call of Duty.
Okay.
But they would, in older Call of Duties, they would have, you can only manipulate the spawns so much where at the end of the day, it'll be like, okay, these guys are camping, and they would flip the spawns. For some reason here, there's instances where it does not flip the spawn, so you're always spawning basically in a place where as soon as you turn a corner, there's people there because they've cornered you off, so they bottlenecked you, and unless you can dome these kids quickly by the time you turn around, so you can push forward, they'll just farm kills there, and the game's over.
That's shitty.
And again, it doesn't happen.
Bad luck with this yet. Like I have friends that people are just sad their spawn just gunned them down for 7 minutes straight. Luckily, I haven't had that luck yet, but it's apparently a common problem.
It depends on the map. Some maps are worse than others because of the way it's laid out, and sometimes you'll just go up against teammates who don't really care don't work together to do that to you, so you won't have that issue.
What?
But when it happens, what?
Working together in a team game? Blasphemy.
You can pull it off here. In gunfight, you need to happen. Kelsey, I think you would love gunfight. It's just 2v2. There is nothing. You need to work together. Unless you're just an aimbot, and you can just wait until they get on screen and body them, but...
Oh, I just watched, so Shroud and Gadoodle, I think, are doing a 2v2 tourney right now, and they went up against Dr. Disrespect and somebody else, and absolutely slaughtered Dr. Disrespect and the other guy.
Yo, but yeah, the 2v2, I'm sure you was intent to watching it. Like
That's what Anthony reminds me of with the mustache, Dr. Disrespect, with the shades and everything.
I can pass as 3 people now. I can pass as Freddie Mercury. That's clear. Second, was it Borat? And now Dr. Disrespect.
And Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
No, sorry. Hold on.
Randall,
what's his name?
I look like Hawkeye to you, Randall?
Yeah.
No.
I gotta hear
Ron
this.
Jeremy. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, the porn star,
Ron
Jeremy. Oh my God, I do.
No,
That's
he's
4
definitely
people.
not that big.
In his younger years, he wasn't fat.
I'm talking about his dick size.
Oh, absolutely not. I can be like Lil Ron. Ron Little me, you know? Anyway, but yeah, Modern Warfare multiplayer so far. I haven't done the campaign yet, I did one Spec Ops mission, and I absolutely hated it because it was you're supposed to do these objectives, and then they just keep massively spawning enemies from wherever. I'm sure people are coming out of trash cans because you're always getting flanked. You're always completely surrounded. I don't know if it was just me, our team that was just doing trash, or that one instance, but we didn't make it and died, and I just haven't gone back to it. So that's pending. Spec Ops did not have a good start. Campaign I haven't tried. Multiplayer so far, I love it. It's everything you're doing is like your guns go to like level 60 or something, so you're always leveling up your gun. Your rank is you're always leveling up. There's missions to do. There's daily challenges you can do as well. What's up, Anella Trey? You can speak in the chat.
Yeah, because you have like a 10-minute wait thing for followers.
It's because we remember we had that issue and people are just dropping in and either sharing links they're not supposed to or saying just the most outlandish ish.
People never do that.
Yeah, I can agree with the issue I have with some of the maps, maybe like 3 or 4, is that they're designed for long range play.
That sounds awesome.
But
No, but
at
not
the same.
Kelsey, like with an LMG long range.
Oh.
Yeah, like you're getting shot with automatic rifles across the map, and I'm like, all right. Like the map designs are if you were a great sniper, you would love the maps. But if you're just a guy who runs around, even guys who aren't good with sniper rifles are just picking up regular assault rifles or submachine guns and picking you off from a mile away. And I'm like,
so
what?
With this game, yeah, I was playing with him. That's what I was playing. That was a crappy teammate.
Oh, bro, you were just he let Brian take all the kills. What were you doing, dude?
He's trying to help me get sponsored by Cloud9. What was I gonna say?
I thought
Steal
you were
his
already
kills.
sponsored by Cloud9, and then you got dropped and picked up by somebody else, and then responsored by Cloud9.
This is my history. I was sponsored by Swiffer first. They were my first sponsor and my longest sponsor. I owe them my career. There's a gap right there that I got my mind right. I got Double Pink NRG sponsored me. I'm like, whoa, right? Then I started playing Smash for them. They dropped me. They saw my Ganon, picked me up again, and now Cloud9. I'm waiting for the email. So.
Did you mention Swiffer? You were sponsored by Swiffer.
Yeah, that was the first thing he said.
Got it. That's what I was asking. I don't know if he started with
career
Swiffer or not. I came in. I was
Yeah.
reading the chat, and then I came in when he was He was somebody else. Who cares?
I don't remember what I was saying now. Oh, yeah. So these maps, I would say 3 or 4 of them favor long range, but even then, it's not. You can't just autopilot go dumb like run and gun unless you know the map. You have to have map presence because I'm running around with an SMG. The MP5 I'm using, if you're not really close to them, you have to shoot your whole clip and throw the gun to kill them. So there's routes that I was finding where it's easier for you to close the distance and actually be able to play that way. But if you're like just first time playing the map and you're trying to play like another Call of Duty, you're gonna get sniped seven times out of 1.
Yeah, it's at this Nilatre in the chat was saying that the reward of the campers, it's not this they're campers, it's they're just using the tools to their advantage. You can hear a pin drop 7 miles away and know what direction and know what direction it's at. So when people start running, they'll hear you, they'll just wait. As soon as I hear footsteps that aren't mine, I look around or look at my map. Is it my teammate near me? If there's no friendly icon on my map, someone's about to get blasted because that's not my my footsteps. So I just wait and I can follow where they're at because the sound positioning is great, but I can hear from too far away. So I can just be like, oh, he's coming. Wait for it. There he is, dead. And that's
Honestly,
why
I think they made footsteps and everything so loud just to incentivize using the silent step. Because the ammo thing,
they can still hear you with
certain
silent
maps,
step.
It's reduced.
Brian, remember I was trying to get my finishing moves? The guy turned
But it's
around.
reduced, though. But imagine doing that without it. He would have turned around faster.
I did, Brian. You saw. I just clips of me trying to do it without it.
That's what I'm saying. That these dead silence and heartbeat sensor to deal with campers are ridiculous. That I have to make an entire class to run and gun.
I mean, that's
That's
the
what
way.
The thing I think it is just map knowledge because, like I'm saying, I'm using an SMG, and it's working for me, and I'm getting up close to them. In the beta, biscuit only, just a double barrel shotgun, and I made it work. It's just you can't. It's not. Once you know the map, then you can autopilot run and gun. But I think people forget that we played X amount of Call of Duty, the ones that we played for a long amount of time, so you can play run and gun, and your route is basically muscle memory.
The map with the bridge is impossible. He is not lying. If you take B up there, dude, you can snipe with a paperclip and just kill everyone from there.
That one's tough, but once I got under the bridge, like on the right side where they can drop down off the spawn, once I got there and I put the ammo down and just stood there, Hill City, Utah.
Open season.
This game is basically the shooting version of the Dawson versus Zangief matchup, where if Zangief gets in on you, you have to respect it. But if until then, you're just gonna get yoga fired until you find out how to get in.
How to get in there? Yeah, I feel you. What was I gonna say? Dang it! I've been watching people on streams play this, and the strat is to use the sound against them. In 2v2s, if you were to get to, like if you get randomized LMG, one player will just fire continuously, so the other team can't hear your teammate's footsteps, and they just rush him. I'm like, get the heck out of here, dude. That is some crazy level sound strats. He was just firing blindly, like in that direction, but behind cover, so they couldn't shoot him. And then the guy just ran around and got them both from behind.
Pretty smart.
I forgot who it was. I think it was. I don't know if it was Shroud. It might have been Shroud, but it might have been someone else. Because he moved recently to Mixer, and I was watching his stream for a bit.
Once you in gunfight specifically, if you ever get the revolver and you land a headshot, try to tell me you're not hard.
Oh, I can agree with that. The guns in this game, yeah.
It's such a heavy feel. Like the gunplay, the pacing of the game. We started off by like just complaining about it. It feels immaculate. It's literally the pace between Call of Duty and Battlefield, and they even have a mode that's like Battlefield.
Yeah.
So you don't even need to play Battlefield to get Battlefield.
But if you like Battlefield, play Battlefield. Battlefield's great.
Yeah, play Battlefield. But the guns, you when you shoot them, like the bigger guns, you feel the weight behind it. So this Magnum, slow fire rate, but when you shoot, you feel it in your bones.
Yeah,
so
when I shot
that weight into somebody's dome and you one shot them, and then in your head you can't do it in the game, but in my head I'm going, and I'm putting it back.
I once fired one of the heavy, I think it was a shotgun, and my mouse leapt off from the mouse pad. That's how much recoil it felt.
This good. When you shoot it, I feel my shoulders cock back.
Yeah, I'm like, dang.
What the hell?
Randall, if you remember Zombieland 1,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Michael Cera. Jesse Eisenberg's character shooting a shotgun. That's what it feels like. The animations are done great. The guns sound and look like they're actually firing. Like the recoil seems like accurate as well, especially automatics when you're aiming down the sight and you don't have like a lot of recoil stabilization, like grips and stuff. That thing goes crazy. Like you need to like start like recoil management, like dragging your mouse slowly down, and oh man, it feels great to play. The thing that I hate is that like maybe drop the sound. I mean, it's great to hear people coming a mile away because you're like, oh, I'm gonna be ready for them. Let me put a claymore down or something. But after a while, it just gets to a point where like I'm just gonna wait here. They're gonna spawn near me, and they're gonna start running immediately.
He doesn't like the compass. I don't mind it. Because in this game, the kill streaks, I usually do this anyway because I don't get high kills in other ones, but in this game, apparently I'm made for this game. I usually prioritize.
So you get your 8 kills and then it crashes?
This isn't Apex. The first one you get is like a helicopter that'll periodically ping where they are on the map for you. There's a map and a compass now. The helicopter pings periodically where they are on the map. Then there's UAV, which works how it always does. And then I believe there's something else that replaces your ammo throw. I don't remember. I don't have that. I'm not woke enough. But having those tools definitely give you at least an advantage. To me, at least. Everyone uses UAV. It's the fact that I can't get a more precise location when they start shooting. Get a general idea. The compass for me, once red is there, I know where it is. I don't know.
I don't even look at that compass. You're talking about the thing at the top that tells you north south.
The number.
You don't need that. All you need is the mini map and sound, and that's it. You don't need the compass.
The only time I use the compass is when I don't have my kill streak active. But because I'm made to play this game, I usually do have my
Okay.
kill streak.
I look up there just to see what a call out is, and that's it. I'm like, I should learn the map, so I look up there to see. Oh, this is dirty building or whatever the heck it is. But those red dots up there mean nothing to me because it's like it's flat in 2D. It's not even above like,
Actually?
huh?
Diamonds? At dots.
Oh,
From the
okay.
compass.
Got
the
it, got it.
red.
I got it. You lost me there. I'm like, what? I started looking at myself to see if I had diamonds on. I'm like, what is he talking about?
On your arm, dude.
These aren't diamonds, bro. They're fabulous. So yeah, I haven't played the story mode yet, but multiplayer is fun. It's there's gripes obviously, but I'm still gonna jump right back in. I want to max things out. It's the leveling of the weapons and your rank is well paced.
It's also a thing I haven't really experienced that people are hard to see. If anything, they put a bunch of tools that people use, like the sniping the flashlight or the green beam thing on the guns. For me, it's easier to see people.
The green beam is a specific laser. Like you can swap to a different laser that doesn't do that.
But I've seen it like
Yeah.
more often than not. So at least for now, once people stop using those, I find it pretty easy to. But some maps like I don't remember the name. Fuck, it's like something Graza. It's a bunch of multiple buildings. There's like a school. With the SMG, I'm out sniping snipers.
Yeah, it's getting to like mid range weapons are used for like long range. Small range weapons are used for mid range, like or short range. Sorry. And I think there is what is it? The 7.59 or something. There's a shotgun that's just numbers, and you can basically snipe with that shotgun.
Oh.
And it's like almost one shot kill. It's like a the 7.25 says Chris, whatever. I can't pronounce your name, dude. Yeah, that 7.25 is like the right now the most broken thing I've ever seen. I don't know if they patched it out though.
Nothing can be as bad. Like, oh, it's bad you can snipe with this. Do you guys remember Battlefield Bad Company 2's shotgun?
That was dope.
Where if I'm not spawning yet and you shoot, when I come back I'm dead. You can be on another map and shoot, and I spawn on a different console and I die, and there's no crossplay.
Okay, it's pronounced Krill. Got it. We out here. I learned something new today. All right. I guess we've complained enough about Modern Warfare. I have my complaints, but I'm still gonna play the heck out of it, man. It's fun. I love that they added crossplay. I've shot down some PC players, some Xbox players, some PS4 players. They're all getting shot up. You know, I mean, like in the game.
My only complaint is why the fuck is my thing crashing that often?
After you reinstalled it, it's still doing that?
The last time I did all that setup yesterday, I played one match and it was fine. I didn't play a second one because I think it was late.
What else did you have running when you played it?
Both times, so I think one game I played, no Chrome, nothing else running to see if that was the reason. Still fatal error. So then the game that I played after updating, I had Chrome still open and stuff like that, and it was fine.
Okay. Darkstalkers.
I was watching Nella play GTFO.
Isn't that supposed to be like a co-op horror game or something?
Yeah. Darkstalkers by Skullcross Team is my current fantasy. Yeah, Mike Z from Lab Zero. Said to Capcom, hey, we're interested in doing Darkstalkers for you if you're down with that. So if that happens, I'm not the crying type, but if that happens,
tears,
because maybe that does well. Boom, you know where that money goes? Skullgirls too.
Or Capcom drops a lot of money for them to keep going and make another Darkstalkers, then they'll probably not have enough time to make Skullgirls.
That's stupid what you said.
Okay, I mean that's how the business works, but
that's what you said is stupid.
Okay.
Skullgirls too.
All right, we gotta move on here. We still got a bunch of stuff. Randall, we haven't heard from you from in a while. What do you got? Tell us the raw deal.
I don't like that one.
I know it was trash. I can't see anything but fabulous '80s cocaine right now.
Oh, just around point. I respect it. That's a family crest.
Movie. It was actually after Terminator, I think, which is weird because the way it looks. not only the way the movie looks, but Arnold's performance seems like it looks more like when he started rather than him being, kind of seasoned or in a groove, especially after coming off of Terminator. I don't really have much to say about this movie. It's an old movie. It's dated.
1986 to be exact.
Yep.
The acting
Came out yesterday.
is dated. It's just I watched it because I was kind of like looking at it while I was working on some other stuff, so I don't know, I was just in a Arnold mood, so I watched a whole bunch of Arnold movies, and that happened to be one of them. Only thing I could tell you about the movie is that he used to be, I think, a CIA or FBI, one of those. He got into some situation where he got asked to step down, but he ends up quitting. Then he moves out of the city into the country, becomes a sheriff. Something happens back home where he used to be at. So that person who works at the CIA or FBI asks him to come back and do a favor for him. So he pretty much has to go undercover, and it's just pretty much Arnold just massacring everybody.
Okay, I've seen that type of movie before. And then you moved on to Commando. Since you doing this really quick, go ahead. You watch Commando afterwards. 1985.
Now, Commando itself is a good movie.
It is an amazing.
That's even though it's old. It's, in my opinion, it's not completely dated. It still has funny parts in it, like when the moments when Arnold can be funny. The action is good. I mean, it's very 80s, but it's still good. What else can I say?
Whatever you want, darling.
I don't know. It's just I recommend anybody who's like wanting to watch an Arnold movie, they should watch that movie. That's one of the movies on the list of his movies, of his action movies that you should definitely watch. Commando.
Yeah, Cobra says Commando and Rambo 1 are both great movies. And Nella says that GTFO is hard. All right. Is it like Okay, we'll have to check that out. It's co-op. Is it Slip same screen co-op, Brian? Do you know?
Schwarzenegger do the original?
One more time,
Rambo?
sorry.
I thought Sylvester Stallone was all about.
Say again, Kelsey. You're cutting in and out.
I didn't think Schwarzenegger did Rambo. I thought it was only Stallone. Or is he just saying in general?
He's just saying.
No,
he's just saying Rambo 1 are both great movies. He's just putting himself out there. He's like, yo, I love Commando. I love Rambo 1. Don't talk to Cobra like that. Don't talk to me or my son like that ever again.
What did you say to me, Anthony? You said something split screen?
Is GTFO split screen, or is it like Left 4 Dead where everyone's got to have their own system?
I don't know. Everybody played on their own system, so I don't know. It's an alpha, too.
Oh, it's not out yet?
No.
Oh, yeah, I'll play that when it gets out.
It looked interesting. I mean,
speaking of alpha. Go ahead. I thought you were done.
You already cut off, man. Tell us. Speaking of alpha, go for it, dude. We already
having another playtest. That's coming up. I should be part of that one. I got an email from them. It's gonna be a 4-hour one this time instead of the 2 or whatever it was the last time.
Okay. Is there stuff you can talk about? Is you still under NDA? Like, what's gonna be different this time? Are they adding anything?
Yeah, they still ask you not to stream, not to record, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I'll probably talk about it afterwards, but it should be. I think it's this Sunday, Monday, Sunday, somewhere in there. From 4 to 8. I'm gonna try and play it. Should be pretty awesome.
Okay. I guess we'll talk about that on Tuesday then. Nella says Jingle All the Way is the Arnold movie of choice. Do you remember that, Randall? I watched the movie so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get that stupid action figure, dude.
I think my favorite's Eraser.
Favorite Arnold movie?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Eraser.
And it's like, oh, that's a spoiler. And that movie just came out, so I can't.
Kindergarten Cop is pretty awesome too.
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop was funny.
I think I've seen every Arnold movie.
I don't know what would be my favorite Arnold movie, because like a lot of it's like most ones I like are all 80s action, and a lot of and those like run into each other for me.
I would have to say.
I thought you would say T2 would be your favorite Arnold movie.
It's my favorite Terminator movie, but I don't know if it's my favorite Arnold movie.
I don't remember any of the Terminator movies.
I'm going to have to stick with Terminator 2 to be safe, but I think there's another movie that I saw Arnold in that I liked more. Like, he wasn't the main person, but he was in it.
Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
That's what it was.
There you go.
Let's go, dude.
You need to chill out.
Chill out.
The fuck?
Let's go. Batman Forever, I think it was. But yeah, Terminator
with,
2 is
Michael Keaton and I think it was, or no, was that?
No, that was Clooney.
That was Clooney. That was
Don't
Clooney.
you
Yeah.
dare.
Clooney with the girl from Kill Bill.
Uma Thurman.
There you go.
No, is that her
one's
name?
Sarah
Oh, it's
Connor.
Ivy
Is her name Uma Thurman? Or am I stupid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Thurman.
Yeah, she was Poison Ivy, and then Robin
I'm
was.
so glad I didn't see that trash.
You didn't like? Yo,
That
I
was
saw.
an amazing movie.
Yeah, that's a guilty pleasure of mine. I didn't watch that
Wait,
again.
hold on. I just want to make sure that I'm hearing you guys correctly. You're telling me the Batman movie,
Batman Forever.
included Uma Thurman,
Yeah.
and I think George Clooney was Batman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You guys are realistically telling me
That we like
that
it?
movie was good.
No, I'm telling you, I liked it.
I'm saying
There's
it's
a huge
enjoyable.
difference between it's good and I liked it.
Randall, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a very cold Arnold Schwarzenegger making nothing but cold puns.
Yeah,
the
dude.
entire time you see him.
That sounds horrible.
You say that until you watch it.
Yeah, but
Oh
until he says
my-
you need to chill out.
Chill out.
And then he freezes you.
George Clooney is a terrible, terrible Batman.
So how is this
You
good then?
Randall, because
It's
have you ever
amazing.
watched a really bad movie that you just laugh at?
No. If I think it's bad, then it's just bad.
Oh, then I enjoy really bad movies.
See, the problem is that Randall just needs to get stoned and watch the movie, because then it'll be good.
I think so. You need to watch a little movie called Alien 3000.
No.
Randall would walk out. He'd
Oh my
Alien
god.
3000.
Yeah, dude, you would love that movie. That has some
You
crazy visual effects. It's-
Is this a real movie?
Yes.
Alien 3000.
yeah,
Alien 3000. Go look it up. Just
don't-
watch the
just
trailer.
watch the movie. Don't watch the trailer. There's a beautiful sex scene in it. Oh my god. Which
Oh,
one had Jim Carrey as the Riddler? That was a Keaton one, I think.
That was one of the Michael Keaton ones, yeah.
Still believe.
I think that one's Batman and Robin. Batman Forever, I think, was the Clooney one. I don't remember.
I believe.
What the
Oh wait,
heck?
Batman Forever was Val Kilmer. Batman and Robin was George Clooney. Okay, so I flipped them. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
So
I've-
Batman and Robin was Batman and Robin was George Clooney with Uma Thurman and Schwarzenegger.
Okay, yeah, Nello already told. He corrected us. I didn't look at the chat fast enough.
So I believe
Go for it.
that if they don't see how people praised Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and put him into their DCU basically,
Okay.
and they recast, I really think that the best Joker alive right now would be Jim Carrey.
I can do you one better. How about they just make a completely CG movie and just have Mark Hamill?
I'm gonna do you another one.
All right.
It's not better. It's not better. I'm gonna just give you another one.
Okay.
I said this I think 2 weeks ago. Is they make Ramsey Snow, Ewan Reaton or something like that. Whatever
Yes.
his name is.
Yeah.
He's the new Joker.
Okay.
It's not better than Mark Hamill. I'm just gonna throw an idea out. If you like it, keep it. If you don't, send it right back.
All right.
I like Mark Hamill's voice for the Joker, and I think he could probably play a pretty decent Joker. But still, my top favorite right now is still Heath Ledger, with just like how dark it was.
Here's my card.
When you guys want to get serious about killing the bat, here's my card.
You guys want to see a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Best part about it is because Michael Jai White, that's the black
Yeah.
martial artist that's in it.
Yeah.
He interrupts Joker, and then Joker interrupts him by saying, he says some bullshit thug answer, and then he goes, "How about a magic trick?" He's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
And then that's when it happened. Yeah,
All
I
right,
fucking
now
love that
we're,
one.
we're so far off the rails right now. What were we talking about?
Probably talking about
Commando, and then that led to Batman somehow. I don't even know how, but
Because of the
Because
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold.
because-
Yeah, that's what it was.
because Arnold has been a robot. He's loved and he's died. Now, Kelsey, what do you think about Love, Death, and Robots?
That was an amazing show. Like I am really excited and hope that they come out with more seasons or more episodes
For what? I'm sorry.
for Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh yeah.
Um,
One
like
of
I
the
really,
one of the episodes is actually coming true. The yogurt one.
Oh,
the yogurt one.
Yes. The yogurt's already
Um,
taken over my life.
Like I really liked one of the ones that I really was like really entranced with that I really wanted to see more was the monster fighting one.
Yes.
You know, where they like link into the monster and fight. Like that
I would like to
was
explore that.
phenomenal. You know, I would love to see. I'd watch a whole series dedicated to that one alone.
I agree. That was like the
Um,
first one, right?
Yeah, it was one of the first ones.
Yeah, man. I like that a lot. I'm like,
Um,
holy crap.
One that I think I could watch a whole series of is the Fox Ghost women and how she becomes like a
Oh
like,
yes,
Oh,
like a
okay.
rope.
I really
That
like that
one-
one too.
I think that's up there for one of my favorite episodes.
She can be, instead of Catwoman, she'd be Foxwoman. Instead of
Stupid, 'cause she
Gotham.
could be like Fox woman or something.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was really cool. I really liked the werewolf one.
The werewolf. Which one was that? I guess it's been a while since we've seen them, and we kind of binged it, so I kind of forgot.
So that was the one with the U.S. Army had werewolves fighting on their side.
Yes, that
and
was really
then,
cool.
Like the premise of it was really awesome. You know, and they kind of wrapped it up, so it wasn't like there was like a ton of stuff to go along with it. But I thought that one was really cool. I really liked the mindfuck one where the guy murders the girl, and she sees him, and then like goes to her little sex dungeon
yeah.
thing, and then he like chases her the whole time, and then at the very end, she murders him,
And then
and then
he
sees
sees
him in the window. Like that was like what?
it's like the infinite loop thing. So then it would end
Yeah.
up the same way it started. Yeah, I like that one too. I like the art style. Like, there's a lot of visual styles that they chose for a bunch of these episodes. I thought were really cool.
Yes. The visual I liked the more realistic ones than anything, but there were a couple that were really nice, like the
The barn
Was it-
defense was really good.
yes, that was the one I was trying to think of, was the barn defense, where because it was kind of like a cartoony, you know, like
Just say it, Kelsey. My heart can take it.
TF2.
Yes.
Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
Um,
Titanfall 2. It's Team Fortress 2 for the uninitiated.
Favorite
the
episode. I don't see them making a show out of it, but my favorite episode was the blue one.
Zima Blue.
Oh,
That one was really cool.
I like that. Art style was striking.
I didn't really care for the alternate histories or Ice Age. Ice Age was the one where they open up the freezer and there's like
Yeah.
that one just didn't make sense. Like it just didn't really seem to fit the everything. And then
Gotcha.
alternate histories was really just kind of dumb for me, where they show what would happen if Hitler hadn't died or had died.
Oh yeah, that one. I was
No.
like, that was
That's
okay.
funny.
That was it had
Uh,
some funny parts in it, but
Yogurt one?
the one that also I liked was the three robots just chilling, walking around,
Yeah.
taking pictures of each other or whatever it was.
Forget if she says don't be a bitch or don't be a pussy.
Yeah, it was one of
When he
those.
At the basketball.
Yeah.
I really liked the Beyond the Rift, the Aquila Rift. You know,
I didn't
where
like
they
that one. That was the spaceship one where he gets out of cryo or something, right?
Yeah.
That one rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know why.
That
that
I
one
thought that
was
one
good.
was really cool because it was like, you know, you think that this has like really happened, and
Yeah.
obviously there was a glitch and he missed his jump, but they are like so far off the grid, literally nothing other than this whatever this creature is in existence there, and he's got him in this trance to like show him the world that he thinks he deserves considering where he is.
Yeah.
And like I thought that was just really cool.
The
And then the
concept is
Sucker of
interesting.
Souls, the cartoon version of Dracula.
Man, I don't remember that one.
That's the one where they're like doing an excavation and they've hired some like ex-military
Yes.
guys
Remember the
to
dude and
support.
it's like, what the?
Oh, you're right. You're right. I remember now. And
You
they
know,
had
that
the
one-
dynamite part.
Yeah, that one was really cool. The ending was not what I was expecting, but kind of fitting
Yeah.
for what was going on. And then the dump one was really cool or really funny. The redneck that owns the dump.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It turned out really gross at the end, but love, death, and robots.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I can't wait for season 2 because I'm pretty sure they announced at some point there's a season 2 coming out.
I'm sure it's Netflix. They'll dump in some. They need the originals, so I'm sure they'll be like, "Hey, yeah, you guys make more."
go watch the Paul Rudd show. He's getting for Netflix.
You
Living
watched
with
it?
You? No, I want to see it.
Oh, I'm like, okay.
Speaking of wanting to see, the series finale for The Deuce was yesterday. So that means I get to binge season 3.
Oh, snap! I haven't even started.
Wait on purpose, but yeah.
I
show's
waited
done.
on accident, I guess. Let's go. Yeah, I was waiting for it to. I just wanted to watch it. I don't know. It ended already. Let's go. Oh, I gotta watch it now. I can binge it. Speaking of binging, Kelsey, you were binging on a lot of death. You saw a lot of death happening in John Wick 3. There was a lot of it.
Yeah, there was a lot of death.
Is it weird that we
Um,
like all the death that happens in John Wick 3?
So, John Wick 3 was an amazing movie. Like it was kind of it had kind of a nice ending. I'm curious to see where they go with it because obviously, they've set themselves up for more stuff.
Okay, so I'm on the camp that they shouldn't have done that, but I'm welcoming it. Are you in the camp that you're like, yes, keep giving me more?
Sort of. Like after watching this one though, I feel like the quality of the movie has gone down. Like in the first 2, there was no hesitation. There was no, if, ands, or buts. It was, they just did stuff.
Yeah.
In this one,
There's
I felt like
politics
it was.
now.
No. I felt like it was way too choreographed. Like the fights and things. A lot of it just seemed kind of like a joke.
Like it became a character in itself.
Yeah.
Like we're like, oh, John Wick's gonna go do John Wick things, and we saw him do John Wick things.
Yeah, but like a lot of the fights, like the physical fights, felt choreographed. They didn't feel like in the first 2 they felt like they were actual fights that happened. In this one, you could kind of like see him like
Positioning himself,
waiting and doing stuff, and it just didn't feel as smooth or as determined as the other 2. I also don't like what they did with who the what is it, the guy that sits above the council or the high table.
Oh, the guy in the middle of the freaking desert.
Like what the fuck was that? Like that made no sense, and has no. It was like, we need to come up with something for this. Oh, just do that.
That's their setup for the next one, dude. They needed, since they knew they were gonna go for another one, they needed to set up the high table, what's above the table.
I could probably think of like 1,000 different things off the top of my head right now that would have been 10 times better than that.
List
okay?
it. All right, we got to hear first.
You could have had like you could have had somebody like who's been in the game forever, like having like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Stallone being at the top of the list, that they've just or like Al Pacino, having Al Pacino be the head because he's been in gangster movies and things since he was like 4, okay? Being the head of everything, like the guy who started it all,
Okay,
and
that's one. So we got 999 to go. That's pretty good.
We don't have enough time to do that.
Oh, I guess catch us next week.
They could have literally done so many different things that would have felt like they made more sense and been way better. Like just somebody who doesn't need a protective detail, somebody who is like the legend of the legends that's been around forever that started the everything.
Yeah.
Like have Clint Eastwood be the guy. Like anybody but whatever the fuck it was that they did with this. Okay.
Who it should have been? Steven Seagal.
No. I would walk
I'll
out.
take that. I'll take
No,
that over this random desert person that it's walking to the desert. What do you think you can't walk anymore? Walk some more. Like
Spot on. I thought I was watching John Wick 3 right now.
They pirated it there.
Yeah.
and then I was really disappointed with how little, they used Halle Berry in it. Like I felt like it was there's like this whole big backstory that they don't really go into, and then she's like there and then she's gone.
That's for the TV series that they're going to make, The Continental.
Okay. I mean, hopefully they'll explain something with that.
I think with most of these movies, there's not even even the first two didn't really have backstory. Because think of Willem Dafoe in the first one. Yeah, that's my buddy. And then he protects him. The second one, what was it? I don't remember the second one having any. Oh yeah, hey, this blood thing. Hey, you called me when you needed me. You're doing it back. And they barely explain that. But explode his house for X reason.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't really, they do it a lot in this, but I don't know. I really I really liked the movie. I don't feel like the quality of it lives up to 1 and 2.
I can see that.
I feel like there was a lot of decisions made for the story that don't make any sense, and I feel like they could have done a lot better with the story writing. And I feel like it was just too choreographed. Like I felt like they were trying too hard to have some things happen, and some of it was kind of a joke. They always throw some hilarious stuff in these, but like one of the scenes that I actually did like was when he fought those two dudes right before the very end. The two like Taiwanese guys
Oh, okay,
that
yeah.
were like just kind of toying with him, and then he's like, okay, let me take off my belt, and then he starts whooping their ass.
Literally.
Like, that was funny because they were like, this dude is a legend. We want to give him a chance to actually show us that he's a legend because
Yeah.
obviously he's wounded. He's been running for like 63 days straight. He's now missing a finger. There's a lot going on,
Mhm.
so they were like, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We're not going to just off him. We want a good fight. That's cool. That was actually a really well set up scene, really great. But a lot of that still felt really choreographed as well. They were like waiting for punches, waiting for throws, waiting for kicks. It didn't feel as intense as the first two.
I see that. So would you have rather have it just nitty gritty fighting over this added backstory that's not going to go anywhere, or would you trade it off? I guess.
I really just want him to go back to no hesitation. Like, hesitate when necessary. Don't hesitate when not necessary. The fight scenes, there's a lot of hesitation because it's choreographed, and it wasn't. I don't know if they just didn't take enough time, or if it just, it needed more moves or what. But it just felt like there was a lot of hesitation with the physical fight scene, and obviously not as much with the gunplay. Which also I actually have a complaint about that too. He wasted so many goddamn bullets. Like the guy is dead. You shot him in the chest twice, shot him in the back of the skull 4 times. Okay, let's back that up. The chest twice, yes, there's a chance that he could survive. No, because you shot him in the goddamn heart. You literally shot him at the back of the skull with the first shot. There is no need for you to unload another clip into him to make sure that he is dead. Okay,
Double time.
like
I think it's because he thought he was playing Apex, so he's like, I got to make sure I hit him with 3 magazines.
He just did a Destiny raid, and he's like, I don't need any of these bullets anymore.
Yeah.
And then like him, when they brought in the dudes in the armored suits that they couldn't punch through until they got the explosive rounds for the shotgun.
When he deleted the man's head.
Yeah, like when they used the armor piercing rounds or the explosive rounds, it was great. him like shooting them and them going like, oh god, I can't stand because I'm getting shot. Like, oh, I can't do anything. Like that was just like, what is this? What is going on?
They weren't getting because they're getting shot. It hurts, and they need to dance.
But they're not. It can't hurt. The bullets are literally reflecting off of their armor.
I thought it was.
never
I thought it was.
pierced
I thought it just impact though. It'll still hurt them like if they were getting hit.
I mean, I'm sure that's the case, but like the way that they played it off is that it literally would like ricochet. You know, it wasn't like, oh, it was a direct hit. No, it was like it glanced them and moved off, and the guy's like, oh god, we're gonna break dance, and you know, you're gonna shoot me in the face.
I need someone to edit both of those when he's flailing around and just have Nut hit him multiple times.
Oh, you're missing great stuff, audio listeners.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. The movie itself was great. They just have a lot of complaints because there's a lot to live up to with the first two. The sequels are usually never as good as the original. I mean, like look at like The Matrix. The first one was amazing. He did a great job. John Wick 1 and 2 were absolutely incredible. They really kept up the
bar.
Yeah, for the second one. Third one, I feel like they tried to up the ante with a lot more like physical fight scenes rather than him just going around being a badass shooting people in the face. To
They added
kinda,
a
like,
lot more stunts, like the horses, the dogs, the motorcycle scene.
the dogs were incredible. Like those things, that was a really cool scene.
You mentioned that they didn't use her enough. I was glad when she left. I got tired of the dogs. Second time they bit a guy's balls. I'm like, we get it.
Yeah,
they bite things.
That
we
was a
get
little overplayed.
Like
I
if
feel
they,
like
if they would have made it like grab a gun and the dog started shooting at him with it, that's when I'm like,
honestly,
let's go, John Wick.
I was expecting either like their claws were like knives, or they just had a Glock in their mouth. That's
Yeah,
what I
like
was
if they were
expecting.
picking up the gun with their mouth and then firing with it, cool. But after
A
the
lot
third,
more gun pictures in my phone, if that were the case.
yeah, but the third time they were like, hey, click whatever she did, and then it jumped up and knocked him down. I'm like, okay, and then I guess you're gonna headshot him.
Yeah,
No.
that one
didn't
again was
say
one of those that was like
say
really
clip.
choreographed. I was really, when they first started, it was really cool. The idea was really cool. I feel like they overused the ball biting technique. It would have been way better if like some guy was like stood up with a machine gun and started like unloading, and the dog came and like, you know, drop kicked the guy in the face, and the guy like spun and shot, you know, a whole bunch of his friends, and then the other dog came up and like grabbed his like bit his hand or something so that he couldn't control where the gun was going, and then he started shooting everybody with the gun.
That's oh wow, that's 998 to go, man. You could I'm gonna call him up. He can do John Wick 4, dude. Oh my god.
I think she did jutsus like the dog guy in Naruto, but she did it with two dogs. Remember Kiba? And then spin and shit?
Yeah.
That's what I needed. The show sucks.
The movie was great. I feel like there was a lot of things they could have improved upon had they, you know, sat down and like thought about what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, I'm excited to see if there's another one. I really kind of hope it's the last one, because I really hate when
they get drawn out.
Yes, you know, like having 14 Call of Duties.
Hey! Not all of them. Not all of them are from the same developers. Some developers made it better. Some developers made it worse. This time, Infinity Ward made it. In my personal opinion, the multiplayer is better. Yeah, I think you would like it. To be honest, you should get it.
But yeah, they at least make it so that there is a reason for another one, not just
did they? Someone would have survived that last. What happened to him? Are you serious? He survived that. You buy that?
Mean, why not? He's John Wick.
I don't care if you're Baba Yaga. All right, Brian.
I honestly, when I was watching this, I was really hoping that the woman who played Trinity was the one that he met with. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you already have Morpheus, you got Neo. They should have just reused most of the cast from The Matrix, like having the guy who played
Tim.
Agent.
Yeah, the agent, and having him be in there somewhere with something. Like when the adjudicator came up, I was like, oh shit, is that going to be Trinity? Is she going to be the adjudicator? Because that would be badass right now, you know. And go ahead.
I would have been more impressed if instead of 2 dogs, she had the 2 albino dreadlock ghost guys from the Matrix,
Okay,
and they
Brian.
fought with her.
Stop.
You know,
You're ruining this.
I don't know. At least they wouldn't have bit off the guy's balls 8 times.
No, I want to see them do what the dogs did, but it's them.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I just feel like there's I mean obviously hindsight's 2020, but I feel like there's 1,000 things they could have done differently to just totally improve the story, the cinematic experience, and then the setup for the next one.
They might be in John Wick 4. They might, they'll
One
probably...
can only hope.
All right, so now you gotta watch what you say, because you watched The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
An amazing movie.
Oh, okay, we're good. Okay,
Absolutely
you're
amazing.
making it to next week. Good. Go ahead. I just kind of
it was amazingly terrible. So
all right, so thank you guys. Episode 68 of the podcast. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
So we're looking for a co-host.
Yeah, no, Nick and Jenny and a couple of other friends have been telling me to watch it for a long time, and like I really like.
That's mother effort, dude. Yeah, they told you to watch it a long time ago.
I said it a couple of other friends.
Okay.
Just
Go
didn't
ahead.
name them all.
Go
We
ahead.
don't have enough time.
There's only one you needed to name.
So popular, this guy.
Hurry up, man. We're almost reaching 2 hours. We haven't even gone through everything.
I really like Henry Cavill as an actor, and the way he played the
The American.
really cocky American,
Yes.
it just fits everything. You know, they kind of gave away some things throughout the movie that you could kind of just like call and be like, okay, clearly something's about to happen.
Yeah, they're building up to this. So
Yeah, I kind of want to see a second one. Now that they're like an actual team.
spoilers, dude.
You don't even know who the fuck I'm talking about. I just said now that they're an actual team.
I look like the pervious person to do this.
You normally do.
Anyway, go ahead. But yeah, I also agree. Like the second that ended, I'm like, so when's the second one coming out?
Yeah.
Hey, can I pre-order my ticket? Thank you.
I think one of my favorite parts in the movie is the back and forth with the bugs between the Americans and the Russians.
Yes, and
They're like, hey, so I found these, and you can have the rest of them.
Hold on.
So I found these.
Yep.
They're super low quality. Nice try.
Yep.
My favorite scene is by far when Henry Cavill's in the truck.
Yes, and he's eating the sandwich. Oh my god, dude. He puts on like Italian music.
Isn't there like a wine or something?
Yeah, he finds
either that one or when they're discussing what they're gonna do with the dude.
Oh
like,
yes.
If only I had like a few minutes to just like think about this. I mean, we could keep him, but then he probably get hired, whatever. Then just the flame in the background.
Yep. Oh my god, that movie, dude. I'm gonna have to go watch it again.
That movie won Henry. Henry Cavill won me over with that movie because we know who he played before that. I'm like, oh, guess he's dead to me. But then I saw that, I was like, you know what? He's all right.
Well, now he's playing something else that he might win you over with.
Or he might lose me.
No, because Man of U.N.C.L.E. exists. So.
No, you're right. Witcher.
He's playing Geralt.
Oh, in the live action?
Yeah, the one for Netflix. I hope it turns out good. So yeah, I'm glad you like Man from U.N.C.L.E. I watched the ones and I'm like, I gotta recommend this to every single human being I've ever come across.
Watch The Wire.
I need to watch The Wire. I don't know why. That's like TV history right there, and I still haven't seen it. No, Brian, not that Wire.
I have a chance to be with you.
All right. I think we knocked everything out but Disenchantment, right?
Yes.
All right. Take it home, dude. Take us home.
So, just finished season 2 of Disenchantment. It's a Netflix original. It's actually really well done. It's kind of like it's Matt Groening's, next chapter, I guess, because yeah, he has The Simpsons, Futurama, and then this. Um, they reuse a lot of the people who play in Futurama in this,
Like
and
Billy
so you like
West and
Billy West,
the girl who does
Trace
Leela.
McNeil,
Maggio.
Matt, yeah,
DeMaggie is in it.
um,
Okay.
and then there's I forget who plays Hermes. It's like Omar
No, it's
Philomar.
Philomar.
Philomar, yeah.
Vamp too.
He plays a couple of different characters in that, and you can hear the voice, and you're like,
That's
I see
Hermes.
you.
Yeah.
Give me banana.
Telling me banana.
Daylight
uh,
come.
the first season is a little, I don't know, just kind of out there. It's a lot of the episodes, like it's a continuation, kind of like in Futurama where everything happens, the next thing happens the next day or the next episode or whatever.
Okay.
The first season, there's not really a direction. Shit's just happening. Yeah, you just kind
Okay.
of like you get introduced to the characters, you're trying to figure things out. There is a goal of the season, but it doesn't really like unless you're paying attention, it's not really like noticeable that that's like the whole goal for the season. Uh the three main characters are interesting. They're really kind of stupid, and without the three of them, I don't think the show would work.
Okay.
Uh for the first season.
So
The second
they're like our
season,
pillars.
yeah. The second season has more of a focus and has a lot more shit thrown at you, and they've set themselves up pretty decently for the third season, and I'm really interested to seeing where it goes. So far, I really enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. Um, I don't know if that I don't know if you can binge watch it because it does like a couple of episodes do get kind of boring. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good show.
Is it like a 20-minute animated comedy or is it like
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. The intro is pretty funny. The three main characters are pretty funny. I feel like they're already starting to kind of overuse some of
The gags.
that and that. Like, I really hate when characters go to the extreme. Like when you watch shows for long runnings, like especially when you watch shows for long periods of time that have like multiple seasons, they always take the personality of the character and take it to the extreme, and then
Okay.
there's like no
Caricature of 'em.
consequence.
Okay.
Do what?
They make like a caricature of the person, like their one note.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of like a good example that you guys might have watched.
Torg,
Um, who?
the guy who owns Torg in Borderlands, he's always yelling and going boo and like doing the same.
I
No.
said Peter from Family Guy, where he's literally just look how
Yes.
stupid he can be.
Yeah. So Peter, like in the beginning seasons of Family Guy, like
Peter
there's
Family Guy.
consequence for Peter's action.
Yeah.
Like he does something stupid, then he gets there's a consequence for it. Later on, it's just I'm retarded, or I'm stupid, or I'm dumb. It's just there's just no. He just does things, and people deal with the fact that he's the way he is. And I
Without
really hate.
repercussion.
Yeah, and it feels like parts of that like personality type, where the character's personality is going towards that extreme. For their character is happening already with some of the characters in the show, and I'm really hoping that they kind of back off with it, or have more of a coming to Jesus moment where they like go, oh, okay, I realize what I've done. I'm gonna try and change the way that I am.
And have some sort of arc instead of just going down the rabbit hole.
Yes, because it's really annoying when you just take the personality to the extreme and then have no repercussions for what they do.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because the Peter thing gets like, oh, what outlandish things are you gonna do to make us laugh this week? I get that.
Sometimes they got me. Like the new form of spitball, I almost died.
Yeah. Like when they do those weird cuts and it's that because it's shock. Like it's shock comedy. Like what the heck just happened? And your response is to laugh at it.
Is that the one where he spits the bowl or whatever?
Yeah, it's like a massive bowl. It's like a boulder-sized spit and like knocks him off the chair. The chair, and it's They just try to one up each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it keeps getting grander and grander. You know. All
Yeah,
right.
but I would definitely recommend watching it if you really like The Simpsons Futurama. I think it's better. I think you would like it better if you didn't know what Futurama was or if you've never seen it. But all in all, I think it's a really good show.
Cool. Because I was even say if you didn't like Futurama, I'm like if you didn't like Futurama, I don't know if you're gonna like this. It's the same. It would be the same, wouldn't it?
Sort of.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you have like the stupid character that is trying to figure out what they're doing in the world. Kind of follows the same principle. I mean,
Okay.
it seems to be his entire thing. You have the dumb lead that's trying to figure out where they're going with life. You got Homer, Fry, and now Bean. So
Okay. Disenchantment. I completely forgot that they're on season 2 on that already. And on that note, I think we're done. Things coming out this week. We didn't get any viewer questions this week, so we're skipping it.
sad day.
Yeah. Again, if you want to do viewer questions for future episodes, you go to topics.adlrplays.com. This week we got Luigi's Mansion 3 coming out, and it's getting raving reviews. So I might pick that up sometime in the future to play it, because I played the first one and I kind of enjoyed it. I never played the second one on the DS.
This one's co-op.
But this one, yeah, after you unlock Guichi or something.
Guiji.
Sorry.
Goichi.
Yeah.
Momochi.
When you unlock the professional player. Terminator comes out Friday, and so does The Irishman. Scorsese fans.
Oh, like the 6-hour movie.
The Irishman's coming out this week. All right? We got old school legends coming back at it. All right? The Irishman. Don't forget to watch it. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be able to watch it this weekend because we have Extra Life, November 2nd, game day, 10 a.m. You can donate on extralife.adlrplays.com or just go to extralife.org and look up ADLR and donate. It's easier if you just do extralife.adlrplays.com because it sends you right to my page. The goal this year is a whopping $1,000. We hit 250. I'll do a drunk stream in the future. And I like.
Let's be honest. We're gonna do a drunk stream in the future anyway.
Well, I mean, like I don't. I've had bad drunk streams, so that's why I don't do them. But I'll do them. And then at 500, me and Brian will get our makeup done. I think it is. While on stream, 750, we do another 24-hour stream in the future. Probably not the weekend after because I need to recuperate. And $1,000, I shave my head. I go Bruce Willis. I go Vin Diesel. I go Kurt Angle. I go what?
That's a good one. I said Jason Statham, but you could stop at Kurt Angle. He's a legend.
Yeah. That's about it for that Extra Life. So don't forget, tell your friends, tell your girlfriends, tell your boyfriends, tell your friends' dads, tell your friends' dad's friends, tell your dad, tell your dad's friends, tell your mom and your mom's friends, except Becky. Screw Becky. If you want to support this garbage, you can go to patreon.com/ADLRplays. And I already went over Extra Life stuff. November 2nd, this weekend, as a recording, I guess.
So Anthony,
Sir,
what are you doing this week?
what I'm doing this week, I was about to close too. Thank you for telling me. I was about to just end it. This week, let's see, tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow?
Well, we have Halloween on Thursday.
On Thursday, I won't be streaming because the Halloween. I don't feel like doing anything spooky. But I think I'll probably just sit around and watch movies here. Tomorrow, what the hell am I doing tomorrow? I mean, heck, I'm doing tomorrow. There goes that. I don't know. I might just stream something. What am I going to stream? Either Outer Worlds or Modern Warfare.
Oh, have you played Outer Worlds already?
I played about an hour of it. Not enough to talk about it, like to give it a review. But off the bat, it's a very lighthearted, like trying to get to the punchline type of dialogue. Like it's a very funny opening, I didn't get to do much combat in it, so I can't. I just haven't played enough to comment on it yet. Cobra says pumpkin carving on stream. That's basically me just stabbing a pumpkin until it's undiscernible, and you don't want to see that. Brian says just yell boo for 3 hours. You could have said that, Brian.
Talking.
So yeah, I think tomorrow on my stream, and it'll probably be Modern Warfare to be honest, because I'm hooked. The game just feels great. But we'll see. I could blue some Outer Worlds. Thursday, Halloween, so I'm probably gonna stream, and then Friday is basically setting up for Extra Life, which is that Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So Friday's gonna be a super busy day. I'll probably have to go to sleep early. So definitely no stream Friday, because I'm gonna do it 24 hours the next day. So get your wallets ready if you want to see bald Freddie Mercury. Actually, I think the mustache will be gone by then anyway. All right, that's it, people. What do you? Oh, you guys. Sorry, I'm over here just trying to end this. We're at 2 hours and 10. Brian, what are you guys doing? Crazy. What are you doing? Sorry,
Brian. So what I'm doing?
What the heck is his problem?
Joke, cause see, we're both. Wednesday or Thursday, one of those days I'm not streaming because I have to watch Mr. Robot and I have to help Jambi set up his mixer. He got the same one you have, Anthony. So
yeah, he was asking me about it. I don't know if he ended up buying it. I guess that lets me know he bought it.
I mean, he's a Sonic main, so he's probably like dense in the head, so it's gonna take a while.
Oh,
for me to explain it to him.
You guys notice how he didn't bother showing up to the thing?
Yeah, he ducked us.
Smash, and then he's like talking all this garbage the day after.
Yeah, he's like, oh, if I was there, you guys would. No, you would have gotten
Twitter
decimated.
Fingers or his Twitch fingers. I showed up. I said, "What's Brack?" And he said, "Nah, I got it. That was a long trip."
All right, Brian. I love to smash the talking here, but what are you doing this week? I'm trying to end this.
Either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not streaming, like I said, because I have to help him with that and watch Mr. Robot. The other day, what am I streaming? It's not Modern Warfare because I can't even run that without streaming. So chances are. Probably just invisible, unless somebody wants to play something specific.
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
Well, I mean, I guess the day that I'm not, well, you said not Thursday, so I guess I'll help him Wednesday, and then after, depending on how long that takes, I'll join you. Modern Warfare. Then Thursday, probably invisible. Safest answer. Friday I can't stream because as soon as I'm done with the Yim, that's when you're scooping young baby boy.
Yes, sir. Here, so. We got work to do Friday. We got to set up stuff for the stream.
Keep trying to get Jamie to join the podcast.
Oh, he could have. It's just I already planned on having Daniela on, so and Randall was supposed to be on. Oh, Kelsey, let me tell you this one freaking story, Kelsey. You thought it's bad him going to the gym afterwards? Look at him. I can't see his face, but I see him doing this. So the week I had Janiana here, right?
Oh, you talking about Blackie Chan back there?
Yeah. Listen to this. This is what I got to deal with. This is what I got to deal with to producing this podcast, dude. No, I need to put it on the stream here. All right. Okay, and this needs to be in this episode. This is how we're gonna close out this episode. It's me throwing this monitor back there. That's how we're gonna end this episode.
Okay.
All right. So we're all set up. I have the camera over here, backed up, table over there, set up for 3 people, right? Set up the frame for 3 people, right? Swap chairs, make sure Janiana's sitting comfy on the right-hand side. I'm in the middle, which was his idea, by the way. He's like, Anthony, you should sit in the middle, not off to the side, because this isn't a panel. This is your show. I'm like, okay, no problem. You sit to my left then, no problem. 10 minutes before this thing starts, right? He gets a phone call, and then comes out here and says the following. Hey, man, I'm going to be like around 10 minutes late, all right? So you guys can start, and I'll just join in. And I'm like, no problem. He's done that before. No problem, dude. Podcast starts, right? I need you to go watch last week's episode and tell me where you see him. If you find him, type it in the comments and tell me the time link.
Is this like when he announced his cell phone number on the stream?
One of those viewers probably called him and said, "Yo, if you talk to me for 2 hours, I'll let you lay it on me, dude."
Zordon.
So
oh my god!
Go.
What happened?
Where'd you go? What happened? Why weren't you on the
stream? I had work. Like
And a
You
nut
know
on the
how I got
phone
my
'cause of the phone
side.
sex.
You know how like I got my side gig thing.
And what street corner is that on again?
In the corner of ore and gasm.
All right. This is episode 68 of the ADLR Podcast. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.